Studio. Enjoy the perfect getaway for the whole family at their premier mountain resort, where you'll create memories that will last a lifetime. For more information, visit inofthemountaingods.com.
All right, let's do this.
Fox News, I'm Sue Guzman. President Trump planning to meet today with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu at his Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida. Talks expected to focus on the U.S. brokered ceasefire in Gaza as it moves into a second phase. President says progress was made Sunday in talks to end the war in Ukraine after meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky about the war against Russia.
I would say not agreed, but we're getting closer to an agreement on that, and that's a big issue. Certainly, that's one of the big issues, and I think we're closer than we were probably. It's unresolved, but it's getting a lot closer.
Midwest bracing for a major snowstorm today that'll bring a mixture of rain and snow and high gusty winds, blizzard-like conditions of snow that'll develop in areas from Minneapolis to Michigan. Lake-effect snow could be seen in the northern Great Lakes, 18 inches or more. America's listening to Fox News.
In need of a tow? Those don't have to be dirty words. At Lee County Roadside, they have been offering friendly and knowledgeable service for 20 years. From light to heavy duty, there's nothing they can't tow. And with 24-hour availability, there's no time they can't tow it. Don't make a bad day worse by choosing the wrong tow company. Lee County Roadside, the good guys to call in a bad situation. For 24-hour service, call 575-392-3223 or locate them at 7401 North Del Paso, Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like Lee County Roadside on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.
What's really going on? Daniel Bellows here at Permian Ford Lincoln, corner of Sanger and El Paso, and I have some big news. You're going to want to listen to this. 2025 Ford models have 0% for 60 months and 90 days of deferred payments. That means you won't have a payment until February, possibly March. Right here at Permian Ford Lincoln, corner of Sanger and El Paso. 0% for 60 months on 2025 model year-end clearance sale is going on right now. You got to get yourself down to Permian Ford Lincoln. We have a huge selection, and we're ready to serve you guys. 1000 North Del Paso Street here, Hobbs, America.
Not all models and trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Hey, man, turn that down. Where's my keys?
Hey, what's the rush?
I'm headed to the JC to sign up for some classes.
What's the hurry? We barely graduated.
I heard classes are filling up.
So what, you're gonna be a scientist or something?
Man, I could be a welder, police officer, barber, or maybe even a nurse. They make bank.
Yeah, right.
They even have audio and video classes for you.
Really? Hold up. Let me get my keys and I'll drive.
Just roll on out to New Mexico Junior College and register at nmjc.edu today.
At Coffee Drilling LLC, they offer a wide range of drilling services from small domestic water to agricultural and monitor wells. In addition to mud and rotary drilling, Coffee Drilling offers services to pre-existing wells as well as troubleshooting of pumps and all control systems. Call Coffee Drilling today to schedule your routine maintenance or see about an upgrade to your water system. Call 505-270-1767. That's 505-270-1767. Coffee Drilling LLC, over 20 years experience and serving all of Hobbs, Lovington, and Eunice.
Southeast New Mexico weather.
Under weather advisories over parts of southeast New Mexico as temperature readings in Roswell at 36 degrees, 50% chance of snow showers, some minor accumulations and icy conditions possible this evening. 36 degrees in Carlsbad, 70% chance for snow accumulations 1 to 3 inches possible. Lovington at 35 degrees with accumulations 1 to 2 inches. And a 60% chance for snow. For W105 FM, I'm meteorologist Ron Roberts.
Your country plays on W105.
This morning show rocks.
I love it. I get it all. The one and only.
I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. I don't wanna wait. Back on the chain gang. Is this the real life? Is this just fantasy?
Broadcasting from the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. We are the In the Breakfast Club. The question of the day brought to you by Lovington Auto Supply. They have parts for semis, heavy trucks, and industrial trucks. Text line being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer.
Oh, yeah.
Call or text now, 877-396-W105 to talk to us.
If I'm having a bad day, you guys make me feel better.
I can't get enough.
Let's go.
Here we go.
What is happening?
What's going on? What's going on?
It's the end of the year. We are all fried.
It's that end of the year rush.
The end of the year.
End of the year.
It is.
Already?
It really is. Where has the time gone? Where has the time gone?
It's the end of the year. People get nostalgic.
What are you waiting for? New Year.
Should all acquaintance be forgot?
See you next year.
And all anxiety.
It's showtime.
And good morning to you. It is showtime. God bless America and God bless you this morning. End of the year. Couple more days before we started. Can you believe that 2025 is almost gone? It seems like only yesterday,
right,
that 2025 was alive, and we're about to kill it off.
Yeah.
Bang,
It's like a sitcom. Somebody's about to kill it off.
We're going to double tap it.
Yeah. So 2025 will be gone, coming up soon. 2026, which I think is going to be an awesome year. I think 2026 is going to be a great year when it comes to economically. I think America is going to thrive. I would hope. Looking at everything. You know, the stock market went over 49. I saw that over the weekend. It was at 49,007 something. That's a record. That is a record. Now, then it fell back. It fell back.
48,947.
Yeah.
So it's still right there.
So 49,000. How was your stock market in 2023? What did the 401k look like? What does it look like today?
It looks a lot better today.
So all these people bitching and moaning about the economy, look at your stock. Just look at your 401k.
Mm-hmm.
I'm retired, so, 401k, stock market, all that stuff is kind of important. I'm just going, things are looking good. Things are price of gas all over the place.
Yep.
Down.
Mm-hmm.
With a discount, I paid like $2.82. $1.82 in Lubbock on Saturday. Mm-hmm. So the prices are down. That's holiday gas prices.
Mm-hmm. Now that's with the discount.
That's with the discount. Yeah, that's with the discount.
What was it with before the discount?
It was $197.
Right.
$197. So without the discount.
And in East Texas, it was $1.98. I got it for $1.78.
Yeah. So I have learned one thing. Shop around, use your discounts, use your points.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yeah. You know how many times I have flown back and forth to the Philippines? I've never claimed my points.
You need to.
I need to. I thought about that. How many points could I have? I bet I could have it. I mean, they make you jump through hoops.
Sure. But you need to use them.
Yeah. When I'm ready to go, I'm ready to go. So, all right. Question of the day. What was the greatest invention of all time? I'd love to hear from you. Now, this is one of those things. We couldn't have some inventions without other inventions. So I want to know the greatest invention of all time. I'm sticking with the wheel. Blake, yours would be? Fire.
Yeah, well, fire. Yeah, because without fire, you don't get a ton of other inventions.
Yeah. Monica?
I'd have to say the phone.
Cell phone.
Well, the phone in general to communicate.
There's a lot of stuff that had to come before that.
Yeah. But I mean,
the evolvement of the phone.
Yeah, the cell phone has taken things to a whole nother level.
Oh, yeah.
So do you mean that brick phone or like the current one?
So I'm thankful that there were ever phones invented that we could communicate.
I mean, so
because ever since I can remember, since I was a young girl, I've relied on the phone.
So do you remember the bag phone?
Yes, I do remember it.
I remember getting my first bill for the bag phone, and I only talked like 10 minutes. And it was like, holy crap, $300. And back in the day, $300 was a lot of money. And so, the bag phone was cool.
And, in radio, we held on to the bag phone for a long, long time when doing broadcasts because analog was so much better than digital for broadcast.
Right.
For broadcast, the way it interfaced with equipment. We have come so far. We really, really have. But greatest invention ever. I'd love to hear from you. 877-396-W105. Text line this morning being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Find them at amigo-machinery.com. Yeah, being powered by our buddies at Permian Ford. Looking for a brand new car or truck? Go talk to Daniel today. Start the new year off right. Getting yourself into a brand new ride. Question of the day being brought to you by Lovington Auto and Truck Parts. They have all the parts for your big rigs or from your automobile. Find them Avenue D in Lovington. And, of course, broadcasting from the End of the Mountain God studio. We appreciate them. I was there on Christmas Day. Christmas Day, man, they had the spread rolled out. Unbelievable. The huge Christmas trees outside, everything decorated. So good time. And I was looking at entertainment coming up. Dwight Yoakam. Ramon Ayala is coming. So
That's
I'm
gonna
like,
be a packed one.
That's going to be.
I think both
Little
of those
Joe
are already
y La
sold out.
Familia is coming.
Yeah, I mean, there's all these shows coming the end, and
yeah, they don't skimp on that.
Now I was like, maybe we'll come back for for New Year's, and booked, solid, booked. But I walked in there, I put 100 into the machine, I walked out with 140.
Nice.
So
Good job.
I was able to, and we had a delicious Christmas meal. We ate Mexican for Christmas.
Sounds about right.
So we had a good time, and that's our old stomping grounds. We lived there for 5 years. So, in fact, we posted up pictures over the weekend of when we lived in Ruidoso 7 years ago yesterday. We had about 4 foot of snow, and we were leaving to go to Arizona. And I was like, hurry up, woman, they're going to close this highway. Sure enough, we got out of town. They closed the highway between Ruidoso and Mescalero.
Oh.
Yeah, that's how bad it was. It was pretty ugly.
Nothing like that this year.
No. By the way, traffic updates this morning. I am seeing snow in Ruidoso. I know you don't want me to say that word, but I am seeing snow in Ruidoso. We are seeing snow across Jow in that area. And if you're heading towards Pecos and Mentone and all over, lots of snow mixed with the rain.
And they say that it could be 4 to 6 inches.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So, yeah. Here's pictures of our house. Look, Monica.
Look,
Oh,
white
wow.
stuff.
Yeah.
Don't show those to Hunter. He might mistake them for something else.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So we had good times. We had good times when we lived up there. So we might go back for New Year's. Who knows? All right. Yeah, she was like, oh, we ought to go to the Taos. Number one, that's like a hell of a drive.
It's almost 6 hours.
And you got to go up a mountain, and I've got a 2-wheeled front-wheel drive automobile. I think I'm going to pass. I think
better than a rear wheel.
Yeah, but still, I'm a 4-wheel drive, and I get it. 4-wheel drive, you're just skidding in 4 wheels in ice. It's a little different.
On ice,
Yeah.
yes.
So you're just
You're hoping that one of those tires catches.
you're praying that's the way it goes. All right, we got a lot of things going on this morning, even though our show prep decided to take like 2 weeks off.
Oh, gosh, I know.
There's nothing.
I spent a long time finding stuff this morning.
Yeah. And I think one of those show preps should say, hey, we're going to stay open,
Work ahead.
Yeah, do something.
I mean, it's a calendar, right? I mean, the ones that we count on the calendar stuff for
Yeah,
How hard is that to
you would
populate
think
ahead
that
of
would
time?
be fairly easy, but I guess they think like the government. By the way, another government shutdown could be coming. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. Our number 877-396-W105. You want to talk about the world's greatest invention? I would love to hear from you. Check of the weather first, being brought to you by Fens and Artesia. They've got savings. Savings never stop at Fens. Right now, coming up for the new year, they got split fryer breast and wings, just $1.49 a pound. Whole pork loin, just $1.88 a pound. Also, chuck roast, $5.99 a pound. And bacon, get two 12-ounce packs for $5. Seedless grapes, they're red, just $1.99 a pound. Jumbo avocados, 99 cents a piece. And then get the 5-pound bag of russet potatoes, $1.99, and cabbage for the new year. Get 3 pounds for just $1 going on at Fens. And don't forget, they also have everything to make sandwiches. If somebody's going out to work and, you're making them sandwiches every day, they've got the salami for $6.49 a pound and pepperoni for $6.49 a pound. Hickory smoked turkey breast for $7.99 a pound. Coldest beer in town going on. You can always find that at Fens and Artesia. Plus, they have Coke this week. It's a 12-pack Coke, $7.99. Coke, Dr. Pepper, and Sprite. Check it all out today at Fens in Artesia. We're calling for some snow this morning in southeast New Mexico. High temperature today only getting up to about 35. That's it, 35. 50% chance of snow. Winter weather advisory in effect. Chance of snow early on tonight. 25 the overnight low, and then warming back up to 47. And just in time for New Year's, we're going to be close to 70. Mother Nature. Up her mind.
I'm okay with 70.
70. Yeah, going from in the 20s to 70. I don't know if that's cool. But Ruidoso weather calling for a high temperature today, getting up to 32. 70% chance of snow. Also, 40% chance of snow coming up later tonight. Down to 26 tonight. You could get some showers later tonight. And freezing fog tomorrow morning at a high temperature, only getting up to about 45 for Lincoln County. And for Albuquerque, you're clear. Sunny skies, 48 today, 24 tonight, 52 tomorrow. Maybe a chance of snow coming New Year's Day. Maybe a chance of snow. 5-day forecast. Check it out for yourself. Just go to W105radio.com. 17 after 6. Check of the weather this morning being brought to you by A Custom Construction and Roofing. Roofing and insurance specialist, licensed, bonded, and insured. Veteran-owned and operated. Past 30 years, they have been operational. And look, they give free quotes. Good people. People you can trust. Local folks. Call Dwayne Pennick, 575-318-9725. A-plus rating from the Better Business Bureau. And, they can take care of your roof, but they can also remodel your home. Mm-hmm. That number, 575-318-9725. Check them out today. Monica and the tax already 18 after the hour of 6. We got a lot of things to get to. We'll talk about Ayan Omar. She part of this Somali money laundering scheme. And yesterday, a journalist broke a huge story. Now, this is one of those journalists you don't like, Blake. This is one of those journalists that didn't go to journalism school. He is a social media journalist and broke the biggest story.
I'm not saying you have to go to journalism school. I'm saying that you have to learn what the ethics and stuff are.
Yeah.
You can't just pick up a camera and a recorder and call yourself a journalist.
I tend to disagree. There are plenty of them, and they make a lot of money, and they do quite well. So, and this guy broke the biggest
but they
story.
don't know how to spell, and they don't know how to do punctuation, and they can't.
They're doing pretty well
correctly.
They're doing
can't
pretty
structure
well.
a sentence.
They're doing pretty well.
Sometimes they can't read other people's sentences.
Yeah.
I mean, I think in your defense, your generation appreciates that. The younger generations, they don't give a rip. They just want to see the story, read it. They don't care what
Yeah, I mean,
what it's
this guy
written,
went to school, so I'm sure he can.
Well, at least he went to school.
Yeah, I mean, I think he.
He went somewhere.
Yeah,
I just too many times. I mean, even in this business where we have people who think that they know how to do stuff, I see where they can't even write the date correctly. You know, I mean, because there is a correct way to do things.
Well,
and that doesn't matter what
but that's
business
according
you're in.
to you. That's according to you. It's not
Is
according
there a correct
to Joe.
way to broadcast?
There's not according to Joe
Is there a
Public.
correct way to drill for oil? Is there a correct way to build a house? Is there are correct ways to do things in all professions? And just because someone's lazy and you want to give them a pass, or they're stupid, or whatever it is, that doesn't make them right.
Yeah, I see young folks that are doing quite well.
Well,
and-
just because they're doing well doesn't mean that they're doing it right either. I mean, I see people that are doing podcasts that make more money than all of us put together.
Sure.
But that doesn't mean, I mean, they're interesting, but that doesn't mean that they're broadcasters, does it?
I don't know. I've tend to change my mind. I mean,
get
I used
that
to
that's
think
a
that way.
semantics argument. I get that it's a semantics
I used
argument.
to think that way, but then the Joe Rogans of the world have changed my opinion of all of that.
I was just going to bring that in. Joe Rogan has zero experience.
in the media, but he found a
Correct.
niche, and I'm.
Well, I wouldn't call him a journalist. He's a podcaster.
No, he's a podcaster.
No, so here's the word that you guys both are missing. Followable. He's followable. He's liked. People enjoy him. It has everything to do with what people think of you.
Nothing to do with journalism.
You're right. It has nothing to do with any profession. But if a person is liked and they're followable,
true,
their stuff is going to be read, whether
Well, no,
it's written correctly
that
or
is
incorrectly.
true. And I totally agree with you on that.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is, when you call them a journalist, that would not be true. Now, if you want, if you want to do
away from a true
semantics and
journalist
say
who went
a
to school to have that
citizen
title,
journalist,
but
I
nowadays,
get that. But even like when you applied to come work for me at the paper, right? You didn't have any of that formal training, and I said we can train you. Well, if you had gone through that, then you would be a journalist. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I would have that title.
You still
Right.
get the training.
Yeah, most of them aren't journalists,
and even though I never
so to
got
speak.
that title, I would still consider myself a writer.
Yeah, they're not. They're not.
Again, semantics.
They're journalists to a certain degree.
Sure.
But
Well, I mean,
they're
technically, if you
think
write in a
about
book
who do
and
we
put it in your bed, you're a
blame? Who do we blame for this? I'm going to tell you who we blame. We blame journalists for not doing their job.
I would agree with that 100%.
We blame journalists for not doing their job, where we have to have people off the street going do investigative reporting.
Very good point, in that we have a lot of journalists who aren't journalists anymore. They're activists.
No, well, that's 100%. I mean, look, you look at Fox News, or you look at CNN. Those guys are commentators.
Yes,
are not. They're not newscasters.
No, the journalists that are employed by those agencies, you don't really ever see or hear.
Yeah,
because they're the ones that write the copy that those people read.
Yeah, but I mean,
some.
I look at Albuquerque News, and they don't even know the difference between Chavez and Chavez. If you understand what I mean, Chavez County is spelled with an S.
Yep.
And when you spell it with a Z,
I get it.
I mean,
do.
by
I
God,
really do. I really do.
It's spelled with a
and
S.
And to your point, and I can understand where you're coming from. Is this person who's a citizen journalist any less of a journalist than one who was a journalist but is now an activist?
It doesn't take, the president of the United States invited all these people to come in. And
I think just at least learn how to present in the language that you're trying to do.
It's different. I mean, a podcaster is not writing. They're only speaking. So that's a little different.
Right.
Now, are there people that are writing articles that probably shouldn't be writing articles?
Probably. But that's where AI comes in on a lot of them, because they use it to correct all their poor grammar.
Let me just say, somebody in Arkansas this morning, you suck. You suck. I had that money. I was ready. And you suck. So one ticket, we should say, sold in Arkansas, and that ticket, of course, Christmas Eve, $1.8 billion. Unbelievable. By the way, the biggest, if you're worried about that, was November 7th, 2022, California. $2.04 billion. So one person won the money, cash value $834 million. Second largest jackpot in history. So I guess I move on to Mega Millions and trying to live the dream. So where was the ticket? And it just says Arkansas. It doesn't say what city in Arkansas.
Them there hills.
Yeah. It just says, the whole story just says Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Arkansas. So, wow. So, I mean, if you take the annuity, you're going to get a lot of money. I want to see the money. I want to be able to touch the money. I want to have my own vault where I can go in there and spread hundreds all over the bed and roll around in it.
You want to wipe your rear with it.
Yes.
Right on.
For once in my life. So 29, if you take the annuity, you get 29 annual payments, and that increases by 5% each year. So you get less, and then it increases as you go along. And their hope is that you die. That way they don't have to pay the annuity.
Yes. But some states do. There's a few states on their lottery that does.
So plan, if you win, plan to go ahead and, I would hire.
Show me the money.
I would hire me probably the best accountant, attorney, tax attorney, to put together all this for me.
Yes. Start with a trust.
Yeah. Start with a trust. Make sure. And, my kids, I would not give them like a buttload of money. I would give them enough money to start a business, buy a house, that type of stuff. And then the rest is going into a trust. And you have to meet certain benchmarks to get her done. All right, 627, Ian Omar, Somaliland. Is she involved in all this?
Of course she is.
Who passed the bill?
She did.
To fund half these organizations. She did. Look, at least she's not like Gabe Vasquez not getting one bill out of committee. At least she's passing bills, but we're now talking about billions and billions and billions of dollars. Kash Patel saying we have only hit the tip of the iceberg when it comes to all this. And it is far-reaching, more so than just Minnesota. Also, Ohio. Also, Michigan.
Yep.
Minnesota is the tip of the iceberg. So we'll dive into all of that, but
Minnesota is the Disneyland of government fraud.
Yep. J.D. Vance praised YouTuber Nick Shirley's report about the fraud. And this guy went in there, took him like a half a day to discover the millions upon millions of dollars. That's our tax dollars that are being thrown away. And a lot of this money sent to foreign countries to fund terrorist activity. Here's a report that came out on Fox talking about Tim Shirley.
Governor Tim Walz is saying that you and others that are out there trying to expose this, you're doing it because you're white supremacists. What is your response to him?
Yeah, Tim wants votes. There are entire apartment complexes where white people have been pushed out of these apartment complexes because Somalians have taken over, and they're inside of these towns like Minneapolis where they can go get votes from these people. And if you have 100,000 people that will vote for you because you're going to enable and let this stuff happen, and because you're going to call a white person racist for calling out facts, this is what's going to happen to a state like Minnesota. Minnesotans, they say Minnesota nice, but they are very upset, and I totally understand why they're upset. Because they don't have a governor who's actually working for them. He's actually working against them.
So you heard him right. They actually kick white people out of the apartment complex so they could replace them with Somalis. And then you have the lieutenant governor who's actually running for Congress, and Flanagan. And she dresses up for the video. She's got the burqa on and the whole thing. But another part of the video, she doesn't have the burqa on. So you're a clown. Mm-hmm. That's what it tells me. You're a clown. But here's what she had to say about the Somali people.
Alaikum. My name's Peggy Flanagan. I am the Lieutenant Governor of Minnesota, and I'm really honored and humbled to be here with all of you today. I am incredibly clear that the Somali community is part of the fabric of the state of Minnesota. I think about my friendship with Nimco. We've been friends for almost 25 years. And when I think of being part of Minnesota and growing up here, the Somali community has always been a part of my Minnesota. So I want to just encourage.
She started the conversation speaking a little bit of Somali.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she was trying to roll it out. So thank you. And she's running for Congress. Let the fraud continue. Let the fraud continue. All right, we'll hear from Donald Trump talking with Zelensky yesterday, that meeting in Mar-a-Lago. The fun just does not stop for the president. He continues to work. Breaking news coming out of Chaves County as of yesterday. Deputies currently investigating a shooting that occurred in North Roswell. Deputies and medics on the scene of Wiggins Road after a female called 911 stating she had been shot. Multiple other callers had called in the 911 after they heard the shots and screaming. Medics are treating the female and treated the female, and suspect fled before officers arrived. That's pretty much all we have at this point. I'm sure more information will be coming from the Roswell PD or the Sheriff's Department coming up in the within the next 12 hours, I'm sure. Tim Walz's daughter. We just heard from everything going on in Minnesota. Tim Walz's daughter extending a warm Christmas greeting to illegal aliens. Kind of encouraged them to terrorize ICE. Thank you. Apple does not fall far from the tree. Thank you. Tim Walz's daughter. What's her name? Hope. Mm-hmm. She's hoping. She's hoping. We lost a great woman yesterday, Bridget Bardot. Passed away. What is she best known for besides being sexy?
That's what she's known for.
I've never heard of her.
You've never heard of
wasn't she in the
Viva Maria? That's probably the biggest one. That's a comedy. She won the award for that.
I forget now the movie. Didn't she have like a leopard skin bikini on and something, or was that somebody else?
Yeah, but then she became an animal rights activist, and she spent 40 years, the last 40 years of her life advocating for animals.
But it was like one of the BC movies or 50-Foot Woman or something like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank when I'm trying to remember the name.
God Created Women was
yes
another one, but she passed away. Bridget Bardot. She was 91 years old. House Democrats reintroduced a bill to end federal immigration enforcement. They want to do away with federal immigration enforcement. I think it's a great idea. Just do away with ICE. Do it. Don't you think that's a great idea?
Nope.
Just do away with ICE. Be done with it. We don't need ICE, do we? We don't need immigration.
If we had laser beams on the border.
No, we don't need that. So, Democrats have lost their damn mind to end federal immigration. Who's going to be in charge of when people come into the country? That's ICE. Who's going to be in charge of that?
They don't want anyone in charge.
Oh, we're not going to check anybody out? We're not going to come on.
Well, it's really weird because they want total government regulation on people, and then they don't want anything on immigrants.
Yeah, so
I don't
crazy.
I don't understand that thought process.
That's crazy. Mother in New Mexico behind bars after police say 4-year-old son tested positive for cocaine. Police say they were originally dispatched to the home of 39-year-old Crystal Hernandez because of a domestic dispute. And when police arrived with a search warrant, they saw the 4-year-old boy sleeping on his bed with dry blood on his nose.
Oh.
Hernandez told police that his brother hit him in the face. Officers requested paramedics at the scene noticed that the teen's teeth were rotten and he had a heartbeat that was not normal. And so they checked his blood and they found he had cocaine in his system.
Oh, my gosh. Wait, you said 14. 4, though, right?
4 years old. 4 years old. When police spoke to Hernandez, she said that her child most likely got into her boyfriend's drugs. By the way, she is facing child abuse. So why would you have drugs around your kid?
Right, just like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's fairly easy. U.S. House advances a GOP-backed energy reliability bill. Legislation is looking to lower the prices nationally of your energy costs. And that bill was passed on a slightly bipartisan vote. Slightly. H.R. 3628, titled the State Plan for Reliability and Accountability Act, that was penned by Gabe Evans, a Republican out of Colorado. And it makes you feel so much better that Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man, the wife beater, member of MS-13, got a pass from a judge that he would be allowed to spend the time with his family for the holidays. Took that opportunity to do TikTok videos. Yeah, TikTok videos, making fun of, our immigration laws, making fun of, other people. Yeah, TikTok videos. Thank you. Thank you, Judge. By the way, after the holidays, he is going to be deported. How much money have we spent on this guy?
Way too much.
He has had judge after judge that said, yep, he's got to go. Time for him to go. How much money have we spent? Millions to defend this guy that has never done one solid thing for America. Not one solid thing. Not one.
Well, it hadn't done one thing. It doesn't even have to be solid.
Yeah, not one thing. All right, we're going to talk about a former cop that was arrested after being drunk and dunking her child in a pool in Florida. We'll talk about that. And Jasmine Crockett, she's got the final nail for Mike Johnson. And a man arrested after getting in an argument at a bar in Albuquerque. Only difference is his threats. That's what they got the cops there. We'll talk about that. 638. Tweet of the day this morning being brought to you by State Representative Randy Pettigrew, reminding you we've got a session coming up. You can count on one thing. Randy Pettigrew is going to be fighting to protect your constitutional rights. He's going to be fighting for your kids. He's going to be fighting for your livelihood in the oil and gas industry. Check out Randy Pettigrew. He puts out a newsletter. Want to find out more about the newsletter? Go sign up today at randallpettigrew.com. He's a constitutional conservative. Love to chat with you. By the way, all his contact information is available on the website, randallpettigrew.com. Message paid for by Randy Pettigrew. When it comes to immigration, we've said it before, you can have giveaway programs and a closed border, but you can't have the giveaway programs and a open border. Flashback. Here's the flashback.
How can people be so inconsistent? Why is it that free immigration was a good thing before 1914 and free immigration is a bad thing today? Well, there's a sense in which that answer is right. There's a sense in which free immigration, in the same sense as we had it before 1914, is not possible today. Why not? Because it is one thing to have free immigration to jobs. It is another thing to have free immigration to welfare. And you cannot have both. If you have a welfare state, if you have a state in which every resident is promised certain minimum level of income or a minimum level of subsistence regardless of whether he works or not, produces it or not, well then it really is an impossible thing.
What we've done is we've imported all the lazy people.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what we have done.
Kids today need to go listen to Milton Friedman.
Yeah.
They do.
Friedman, that was back in the 60s,
Mm-hmm.
and he laid it out. Now, on the 5 on Friday, they were talking about immigration, and Jessica on the 5 has lost her mind, but thank God we got people that are there to shine a light and pointing her in the right direction.
Jessica, 2 million in 1 year are gone. So according to my calculations, that will be 8 million by the end of this term.
It won't be.
So when you get rid of 8 million illegals, you know what happens? Crime goes down, rent goes down, health insurance goes down, car insurance goes down. Those things
aren't happening.
Okay, we're just getting started, Jessica. It's supply and demand. What do you think is going to happen when you get 8 million?
At least we're getting started, Jessica. You guys didn't do crap.
That's not true.
It lowers everything. That means classrooms
more people.
get lighter. That means everything goes down, Jessica. Wages go up, crime goes down. It's very simple. Even you can understand it. Now, why would ICE be at Home Depot? Why would these illegal aliens be at Home Depot? Because you said they weren't coming to steal jobs. You said they weren't coming to cut our wages and wire the money back to Honduras. You said they were fleeing persecution and these were all asylees. They were just fleeing violence. Okay.
Thank you. He laid it all out. See, there's a reason why in New Mexico we have had zero population growth and we have a housing shortage.
Mm-hmm.
So as people leave the country, those houses are available and maybe at a lower rate.
Well, I think she summed up the whole Democratic talking point right there, where she said those things aren't happening. Well, you and I, just at the gas pump over the weekend, we can prove it is.
Well, and I'm starting to notice.
Don't want to admit it.
I'm starting to notice at the grocery store.
Yes,
things are starting to go down.
But they can't accept that because it doesn't fit their belief system.
No doubt.
Right.
President Trump and Zelensky, we'll get to that. Mom was arrested allegedly dunking her 6-year-old son at dunking him underwater at a resort in Florida. So when 3 kids were playing at the Gaylord's Palm Resort Convention Center in Kissimmee, officers were called. Tiffany Lee Griffin, 36, entered the pool, allegedly accosted a young boy who dunked her son underwater, so she dunked the kid underwater. By the way, she has been charged with child abuse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, don't get involved in your kids' fights.
You're an adult.
You're an adult.
I know a lot of these adults don't want to act like adults, but you are one.
And, you know, I will probably take some heat for this, but teach your kids to defend themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Teach your kids to defend themselves. And I've said it before, and I stand by it. You know the way to stop a bully?
Is you stop a bully.
Punch him in the throat.
Or the nose or wherever. Fight back.
Throat is good.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
There's a couple different places.
Yeah. Throat is awesome. Not being able to breathe will teach them a lesson.
Agreed.
They'll be crying for their mommy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not advocating.
Even though they're 26.
You know, the world was a lot better when we were actually getting in fist fights instead of shooting and stabbing people.
Yep.
It was just simple And at the end of the day, everybody shook hands, and we all gained some respect. Yeah, most of the time. Jasmine Crockett contradicting herself on Mike Johnson as she insists the final nail is in his coffin. Jasmine Crockett running for Senate, contradicting herself on Friday as Speaker Johnson praising him for lasting longer than she expected, saying, but we got the final nail in his coffin. Thank you, Jasmine. Man arrested. Look, when you're partying a little bit too much and they tell you to leave the bar, it's time to leave.
Yeah.
New Mexico man behind bars Saturday evening after police said he threatened to shoot up a popular Albuquerque venue after getting an argument with his girlfriend. 24-year-old Andy Ray Molina was arrested Saturday after going to the Reveille in Albuquerque, popular entertainment venue, threatening to shoot up the place. That'll get you arrested every time.
Yep.
California is thinking about rolling out a a wealth tax. A wealth tax. How many of these people will leave because they can?
Most. Well, and they may keep a house there, but they will move their primary residence somewhere else.
So 5% wealth tax. So if you are wealthy and you enjoy California, 5% wealth tax. 5% is a lot.
Yeah.
5% is a lot, especially when they can just move somewhere else.
Well, and we were talking about this. And they mostly can move somewhere else because their high-paying job is most likely in California. So how do they do that? I mean,
going after the billionaires and millionaires, it really doesn't make sense.
But if it's a CEO of a company and that company is headquartered there, how do they move?
Well, they just they can move. They can move. We'll see how that goes. Mechanic for the city of Albuquerque Transit Department hopped up on cocaine, was speeding when he crashed into the Sun Valley, crashed the Sun van into the guardrail on Interstate 40. By the way, hopped up on cocaine and driving a city vehicle.
Not a train.
By the way, they found cocaine in the city van and supposedly had been using the drugs all day at work. Congratulations. Albuquerque mechanic hopped up on drugs. Major cities have seen a violent crime surging as the national crime rates have gone down. You can say, well, the violent crime rate didn't go down. Oh, yeah, they have. Homicides across the United States are actually down. Rapes are down. But then you see other cities, that Democrat-run cities, that actually all these rates are actually up. Florida man kills his wife.
Oh, that's an awful story.
So the Florida man shot and killed his wife and shot his stepdaughter earlier this week after fatally shooting himself after an argument over an NFL game. Jason Kinney, 47 years old, took his own life after killing his wife. And, Polk County. I love their Sheriff Grady Judd, saying the man became very, very upset after the game, the 49ers and the Colts, and had been drinking, got into an argument. His stepdaughter is the one that actually called the police, and she was only 12 years old and had to witness him killing her mom and then killing himself.
No, it was the son.
The son?
Right before he shot the mom told the son, call the police, call 911. So he ran to a neighbor's and he
got away. Yeah, 12-year-old son. Yeah, called. But the 13-year-old girl was shot in the face and the shoulder.
And the way the bullet hit that young girl, the sheriffs were calling it a Christmas miracle. It grazed her nose, went through her head and exited. And the story made me cry.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I mean, it's Christmas time.
Yes.
You know, the survivors, this young girl and this young boy, have to remember that forever. Every Christmas. Every Christmas. I had a good friend of mine that committed suicide on Christmas Eve and left behind his wife and his young daughter. She was like 8 years of age. So that, can you imagine? Every Christmas you got to live through the whole thing.
Well, this is the time of year that happens more than you think. And you never know what someone's going through.
So if you need help, please call and get some help. City of Anthony swearing in their youngest mayor ever. This is the youngest mayor. I don't know about New Mexico history because back in the day, a 24-year-old, we didn't live as long. So City of Anthony swearing in their youngest mayor ever. It looks like Gabriel Holguin was sworn in as the mayor of Anthony. He's 24 years of age. What's the population of Anthony, New Mexico? It's not very
20.
big. Not very.
I bet it's a couple thousand.
Yeah, I think it's a couple thousand. I think it's not very big.
Let's see.
We've talked about this. If you arrest people and throw their butts in jail, we'll probably stop having the ICE, the protesters. Transgender rioter received time served sentence on Friday after waving a butcher knife at federal officers in Portland, Oregon. And then threw it at them. Julie Winters, formerly Christopher Hudson, pled guilty to intimidating federal officers, resisting arrests over a June protest at the facility. Got out for time served. Yeah. Did they give her the butcher knife back? Or him? Or whoever? I'm just saying, do you give the knife back to him?
They probably did.
Yeah, probably. It is Portland, Oregon. There lies part of the problem. And one man is dead after police were called to a fight that had to be broken up at a venue in Grants, New Mexico. Grants police calling out to that venue at the Elks Lodge.
Oh,
alcohol involved, I'm sure.
No, I'm sure. That's where they saw a man sitting in his car in distress. They called the Grants Fire Department, and they tried to save his life. The man died. Police said whether the man was part of the fight, they don't know at this point. Cause of death, they do not know at this point. All right, the president sat down with Zelensky yesterday, and they're trying to hammer out a deal that will fix this whole mess in Ukraine. The problem with all this is they have to get Putin to come to the table and agree. Here's a little bit of that, what happened yesterday at Mar-a-Lago.
Are you okay? Is everyone fine? Margot, if you would, I think you could sit outside and have...
So they're ushering the reporters out, and the president's like, hey, can I feed you? Can I get you something to eat? Can I feed you? Or would you take that as a bribe?
Listen. Some food. Would you like to have food, or do you consider that a bribe? And therefore you cannot write honestly, or therefore you have to write a bad story.
Bro is a beast.
If you'd like, would you like something to eat at this time? Yes or no? You can speak. Yes, sir. Yes? Okay. Margaret,
Bye, come
take
here.
them outside, tell the chef, serve them a little lunch, okay?
Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, press. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you, press. Thank you, press.
That should guarantee good stories, but it won't.
So let me feed them. Let me feed them, and don't write a bad story just because I'm feeding you.
Just you shouldn't. That goes back to that whole journalism ethics thing. You shouldn't be able to be swayed by a meal anyway.
Right. Sure. Here's some of the stuff that went on in that meeting yesterday as the U.S., is considering how do you end the war. Is the UN going to be part of this process? Because the UN has come out and hit the United States fairly fairly hard. I don't know how we end all this, but President Trump spoke about that yesterday.
I think we're in final stages of talking, and we're going to see. Otherwise, it's going to go on for a long time. It'll either end, or it's going to go on for a long time, and millions of additional people are going to be killed. Millions. And nobody wants that.
So how many people have already died in this war? Millions.
Yeah, a couple million, I think.
Millions. All right, we're going to hear from Rosie O'Donnell. We'll also talk about cutting funding to the UN.
Who?
If you do not like the United States, you do not back the United States, we'll just cut your funding.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that also. And the UN is coming out against the United States. Who pays for the UN?
90% we.
Us. Cut the funding. Cut the funding. 6:55 morning show this morning being brought to you by Zia Guns. Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Over 1,000 guns in stock. Handguns, rifles, shotguns. Look, they still have the Dickinson 1911 pistols. It's a 45 for $389. They have, while supplies last, 410 shotguns, single shot shotgun for $109. And they are your new distributor for the Blender sunglasses. They are your dealer. And don't forget, 7-day waiting period is gone. You don't have to worry about the 7-day waiting period. Thank you. Thank you, the appeals court. By the way, they have over 1,000 guns in stock, handguns, rifles, shotguns, lethal and non-lethal personal protection. 575-622-0023. Check them out, Zia Guns, 1907 North Main in Roswell. Monica in text 656.
Dale's reporting 32 degrees and snowing in Carlsbad, south of the airport. Everyone be safe. Snowing heavy on 128 and Orla Road. It's snowing super bad in Carlsbad right now. Those updates are brought to you by
Luke Ragsdale, RagsdaleLawFirm.com.
Another one says little snowflakes are coming down outside the east of Artesia by Huckleberry Lake. And 285B south of Carlsbad, very slick and snowy. So if you guys are in that area, do be wise. John in Pio says, good morning, lady and gents. Good to hear you this morning. Welcome back. Greatest invention is the woman. Someone to keep us company and in line. Have an awesome day. Steve B says, in case you haven't gotten a road report, snowing in Carlsbad. Yes, thank you, Steve B. Thank you to all of you who sent in. Hippie from the Patch says, good morning, everyone. The greatest invention is the automobile. Heck, with the horse and buggy, checking wells would take me forever. When we were all talking about journalism and whatnot, Mexican truck driver said, Blake, you woke up salty this morning.
No, I'm just saying that every job has criteria. And that is another one like it. I mean, there is a way to do your job. There is a correct way and an incorrect way. And someone can't just say, well, I'm going to do that today without whatever the job is. A firefighter, just because someone grabs a garden hose doesn't make them a firefighter.
Well, if we had journalists doing their job,
I agree. And that's a different argument. That's not staying on the same thing.
Another texter says you're on your high horse, Blake.
No, their high horse.
PA says followable is credibility, even more than bad journalism. I agree.
Credibility is super important.
Absolutely. And being followable is that's the argument here. Like people may not have that
wasn't
school
though. That
title.
Was a secondary argument. That's not what we were originally talking about.
But that's why they get the recognition that they do, and people read their stuff because they're followable. Like it's not that they graduated and they have that journalist
That's not
title.
what I was saying at all. You're changing the argument.
Okay. David in Artesia said, get on with the show. I agree. Hey, when did Luke start sponsoring the weather? He didn't.
Well, it's traffic updates. Traffic updates. And by the way, I got more, supposedly 30, let me find it, 338. Semi wrecked there, so slow down and be safe as we get the beginning of the moisture freezing on the roads this morning. So black ice could be You can see the skid marks where this guy, it's not a semi. It was a guy pulling a trailer in a truck off to the side of the road, but jackknife. And so be safe out there.
David says, you people are lucky you get to work indoors. I am thankful,
I'm
David.
blessed every day, brother.
Absolutely. City where the winning ticket was sold is Cabot.
Never heard of that.
Cabot, Arkansas. And this texter, 62-year-old Christian, said his neighbor actually lives right down the street from a coworker of his. The winner lives right down the street from a coworker of his. Cool. Good morning, Sambo. He sent in something funny. I'll tell you guys in a little bit. And how did Ian Omar become worth $20 million?
Well, look, this is the problem, and it's Republican and Democrats. We see people making a lot of money. Man, the snow is actually, holy crap. This is Carlsbad.
Oh, la máquina.
Wow.
Cabot, Arkansas. Okay.
Cabot.
Gotcha.
Cabot.
In-law Outlaw says, Blake, you're on Netflix. Did you know?
I told him about that last week.
Just one of many.
Yeah.
Jay in Lovington says, heading south on Highway 18, south towards JAL marker 13, there are 2 cows right on the side of the road. Snowing heavily over here, and visibility is not as good. Please send this out. There's people heading south and look for it. Mile marker 13. Junior says, please be careful, people, on 128. It's snowing hard now. And Chingon said, I agree with the fist fighting. Some of the best friends that I have are guys that I fist fought. Then after we were done fighting, we drank a beer and became friends.
Yeah.
Eric says, man, nobody knows how to drive in the snow out here, do they? If you're driving down the highway, leave your hazards off and your brights off. Manny says, did I hear you correctly? No 7-day waiting period. You heard correctly, Manny.
Suspended.
B, you said skid marks.
Of course.
Is Tom there today? Said Nick from the past.
Yeah, but I imagine there were multiple sets of skid marks when that happened.
Same chonies. Same ones.
Hey guys, I hate when y'all say that, and I just picture them.
And even with their tires.
Oh, Lord Jesus. Penicillin was the best invention ever,
said
this texter.
I'm
not knocking that one either. Mark from Lovington says, may not be the greatest thing ever invented, but the inside toilets have got to be near the top. My first home I purchased had outdoor toilets. Whoa.
Let me just say, living in a fifth wheel, not running the heat at night, when you sit your butt like a morning like this morning, and you sit your butt down on that commode first thing in the morning, man, that's cold.
Yeah. You mean you don't tell your wife to get up and go first?
No.
Warm it up?
I actually woke up at about 2:45 and turned on the heat, but it didn't get to the commode.
Greatest invention is toilet paper, said the Artesia Breakfast Club fan.
I disagree. The older I get, toilet paper is not as good as we think it is.
Don't shake his hand.
Dealer64 said the combustible engine was the best invention. Reba Hader said the stripper pole was the greatest invention. Texas Tower Dog said, good morning, you guys. It's so good to hear you all this morning. I hope y'all had a great Christmas, and I pray you all have a blessed and wonderful day. Rick Norris said, if we're paying $2.99 per gallon for gas, does that make it $2 per gallon in your logic? Oh, Lord
who's
Jesus.
paying $2.99 for gas?
What?
I want you to tell me where you're paying $2.99. Where are you paying $2.99? Because even in Hagerman, it was like $2.40.
Well, I was going to say, all around here, that's most of what it is around $2.40.
Smokey says, good morning, you guys. And Monica, I hope y'all had a great weekend and a happy and safe and Merry Christmas, and that you guys got everything y'all wanted. Glad to have y'all back this morning. I did get what I wanted for Christmas. Thank you, Jesus. And John says one of the best inventions were the drilling rigs. I'm headed to Carlsbad from El Paso in the Guadalupe Mountains. It's really bad. Cabot is between Little Rock and Searcy.
That's where the diamonds.
Yeah, it is close to Crater Diamonds.
Yeah, right there.
And that is it for the text line.
All right, we're going to talk about New Mexico. Why do we still have income tax in New Mexico?
Because we got.
I'm gonna talk about that. We ain't broke.
Leftists.
We're not broke. We'll talk about that coming up in just a second. I just want to take a minute to brag on Rebecca Long at Atlas Makeup Mirror. I was in there, and man, she had a steady flow of folks that were there for Christmas Eve. So she had her office open, and men. Well, we're last minute. We roll like that. You know how we roll. Rebecca knows how men are last minute, but people going in there. And I was last minute. So I went in there and got the Atlas Makeup Mirror for my granddaughter and for my daughter. And the service, unbelievable. Rebecca is one of the nicest people that you will ever meet. And she believes in her product. And, I believe in her product.
It's the best mirror on the planet.
I'm just saying, guys, maybe you did something on Christmas that you got to make up for. I'm just saying, maybe you did not hit it out of the park. Maybe you got the wife a vacuum for Christmas.
Get her an Atlas Makeup Mirror.
Yeah, you need to get her the Atlas Makeup Mirror. You need to get her the Atlas Makeup Mirror. Call Rebecca. She'll take care of you. 575-631-3189. Times 1, times 5, times 10 magnification, bright LED lights.
Super bright.
My daughter saw the granddaughter's pocket mirror, and she goes, I need this. I can't live without it. So, by the way.
And I gave one to my daughter for Christmas, too. And, of course, I have all granddaughters on that side, and they all love it as well.
I just want to say that on our way to Lubbock this weekend, we all had our pocket mirrors in the car. Me and both of my daughters, and we all had a different color. And my daughter was like, "Wait, we all have one of these?" I was like, "We all have one of these." So all of my friends have them. They're incredible.
Look, we all believe in it because it is that good.
Yeah,
and I agree with you, Rebecca being pleasant to work with.
So go check them out, atlasmakermirror.com. I don't know if the code will still work, but you can try it.
And it is
W105, 20% off. Atlas Makeup Mirror, 575-631-3189, or go to the website, atlasmakeupmirror.com. New Mexico's not broke. We've got $67 billion in the permanent fund. New Mexico isn't broke. We're just bad with money.
Democrats.
We are bad with money. We're last in education. We're ramping up as far as crime. And our homelessness in this state is out of control.
Well, and it's not like we're not spending money on those things. We're at the top in spending money for homelessness and education and all of those things. And we still have all this extra money that the leftists are trying to figure out how to spend so they don't have to give it back to the residents of the state.
They're trying to figure it out. But we're not broke.
No.
Why do we have an income tax in this country when we got $67 billion in the bank?
Because leftists believe they need to tax you.
They have never seen a dollar they didn't want to spend.
Someone else's
That's
dollar.
the reason. KWMW, Maljamar, 105.1 FM, 93.5 KWES in Ruidoso. And you can find us at KDAZ AM 700, FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. We appreciate you listening. If you're watching on any of our streaming platforms, take a minute to like, share us, hit the notification button. And if you would, help us by leaving a comment. If you can do that for us, we'd appreciate you. Look, we have over 40% of people that tune in every day on social media platforms that haven't taken the time to like or share us. So please go ahead and do that. Rosie O'Donnell is still upset. She is still upset with President Trump. She's still fuming, even though she's not even in the country.
What I feel enough, everyone knows. There's no reason to keep doing it and to let him have space in my brain and heart, even though what he's doing to America will continue to trouble me. But never using his name and getting him, not allowing him a seat at my table.
But he is. He's living rent-free in your tiny little brain.
Hasn't she applied to be a citizen of Ireland?
She has.
Then worry about Ireland.
I'm going to say something that's going to touch a little spiritual side. She is going to make herself sick. Mark my words.
Oh,
amount of
she already
bitterness.
is. Did you see her?
No, like physically.
No, look at her.
Yeah.
No, I know she looks it, but her inside, she is going to make herself sick. So it won't be long before we hear Rosie O'Donnell has whatever.
Well, I think she's already there.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I think you're right, but I think she's already there.
I think she's bad off. All right, thought for the day this morning being brought to you by Wakefield Oil. They deliver oil and gas products in the patch. Even a day like today, on-road, off-road, they deliver. Give them a call, 575-622-4160. Interstate batteries, fuel, unleaded, diesel. It really doesn't matter. Go to the website, wakefieldoil.com. Thought for the day in memory of Mr. Wendell Wakefield. Thought for the day is whoever established the high road and how high it should be fired. It's my thought for the day. Looks like a Florida bell ringer allegedly tried to impale a store manager with the donation tripod. He was drinking on the job as the bell ringer for the Salvation Army. Salvation Army does a lot of good things. They give opportunities to people that are trying to make a comeback in life. Evidently, this guy had not came back all the way. He had relapsed. 63-year-old Stephen Palvick was arrested at his home, charged with aggravated assault, actually trying to impale a store manager at the Publix store in Stuart, Florida. Texas father rescued his kidnapped daughter by tracing her phone's location. Sheriff's office says that the Florida father saved his 15-year-old daughter after he traced her phone to a location where she was being held and after she was kidnapped. Montgomery County, that's up there by Houston, the sheriff's office said they responded to a home in Porter, which is outside of Houston, around 4:40 p.m. on Christmas Day in reference to a report of a kidnapping of a juvenile. Upon arrival, deputies learned the victim was taken after her dog. She was out walking her dog. She was home from college. Anyway, they were able to, father located the victim and her dog inside a maroon-colored pickup truck and a partially nude male, 23 years of age. The father helped his daughter escape from the truck, contacted law enforcement, and they arrested Rosales Espinoza of Porter, Texas, and he had threatened a victim with a knife. So the dad is able to locate his daughter. Now, Monica, do you have that app on your phone where you know the whereabouts of your kids at all time?
At all times.
Yep.
And if they try to turn it off, they'll lose their phone. Well, I'll take it away.
Yeah.
Well, you need to just in case they lose it.
I never forget
they try to be
that, my brother's youngest son got so mad that his mom, he was at a party.
Who was this again?
My nephew, my older brother's son. So the mom had downloaded one of those apps where she knew his location, and he was in a part. They live in Katy, so
a nice area.
Yeah, very nice area. He was in Houston, where he's not supposed to be.
Okay.
So he's a senior in high school. Tracked his butt down.
They went and picked him up?
No, didn't go pick him up. Waited for him to come home. And she said, give me your phone. Give me your keys. And he's like, well, I'm 18 years old. Yeah, you are. So thank God he turned out to be okay, but he was a little upset with mom for tracking him.
Sure.
So, all right, when we come back, we're going to talk about the UN. At what point do we stop funding the UN? I'll get to that. Also, we'll talk about a Pennsylvania man charged with killing his mother. Another 18-year-old killing his mom. We'll get to that. Taking out trash on the way. Also, our national anthem and our pledge. Quick check of the weather this morning. We'll keep you updated with everything going on. Being brought to you by Fusion Medical Spa. Fusion Medical Spa. Find them in the river crossing in Ruidoso. They offer so many great things, like stem cell. If you're living in pain, don't live in pain one more day. Go talk to Dr. Rath today about stem cell. And when it comes to other things that they do, look, they do micro needling. They can take care of you when it comes to the Diamond Glow treatments that exfoliates your skin and gives you a brand new glow. They offer a service that will help you with incontinence. If you're suffering with incontinence, it treats the incontinence and encourages the big O response that maybe you haven't had in a long time. Free consultation, 575-257-4722. Get in touch with them today. Fusion Medical Spa in the river crossing. We've got snow in the forecast for southeast New Mexico, 35 for the high, and snow continuing tonight for southeast New Mexico. Also, we've got snow in the forecast in Ruidoso all day today, 70% chance of rain. You're not going to get above 32. Freezing fog later on tonight in Ruidoso. In Albuquerque, you have snow in the forecast, 48 and sunny all day today, 24 tonight. 5-day forecast, go to W105radio.com. Monica in the text.
Bean Sandwich said, that way she can blame Trump and become the ultimate victim, said Rosie. Oh, okay, like her getting sick or whatever. I gotcha. And good morning, you guys. I've been on vacation for 9 days and sleeping late, so I missed listening to you guys. By the way, the greatest invention ever is duct tape. It holds the universe together. Remember, it's not broken. It just lacks duct tape. LOL. Happy New Year, says Tim K. in Midland. Good morning, you guys. Please let Monica speak. I definitely agree with you, Monica, about the bitterness causing physical and spiritual sickness. Amen.
Yeah, I think she's sick already.
Tipsy, the redneck, said... Let me go back. Greatest invention was center fire firearms. Does that make sense, guys?
That's fair.
Okay. Cheryl from Ruidoso said gas in Ruidoso is still $3.09.
I thought I saw it Saturday a little under that. But look, resort areas, it's, yeah.
Wasn't it like 360 something not that long ago?
Yeah.
Mike in the ER says, last I checked, Shell was at $2.79 in Artesia. My bad, Blake. I apologize.
Artesia is one of those places. Why is gas cheaper in Dexter and Hagerman than it is in, I mean, little bitty towns? Usually little bitty towns, you pay more.
Right.
Than, and isn't there a refinery, right? I don't.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that gas goes to those stations.
What?
They got to ship it somewhere else before they can bring it back.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
that doesn't make sense, but somebody correct that, please, if that's wrong. But
we can say ASS, right?
Yeah.
Depending on how you
bet your ass.
Okay. Hates everyone equally says, wow, wishing bad health on someone, even Rosie, is real Christian-like.
No, nobody was wishing bad health on them.
I didn't say that. I wasn't wishing anything on her. I just said that she was going to make herself sick because of how bitter she is. Shut your ass up. Once again, get it right. If you're going to text in and accuse somebody,
that was
say
nobody
it right.
wishing bad health.
Correct.
It was just stating the obvious.
Donkey hole.
No, I wanted to say ass. I can't stand that texter.
I was just going to say, you can say donkey hole.
No, there are a few of them. I'm coming for them. They're coming for us. That's my new goal for 2026. I am not holding back. The ones that come for us, I'm coming for them.
So I'm looking at the radar. Blue is snow. Look at the snow in Lee County.
Wow.
Hey, we got to go look at that when we go to break.
I know. I keep checking my phone, and it's still not saying that we've got some snow.
So I'm looking at the roads. Not good. Slow down. Be safe.
Yes. regardless of whether it's snow or ice, and obviously ice is
black ice
gets
is
everybody.
Probably,
but if
probably
it,
the
if
worst.
it looks wet, it is slick, especially around these temperatures.
Slick as snot. That's how
not
slick
good
it
to
was.
drive on.
No. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to get you updated with everything going on. We are B and the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by Seminole Siding and Construction. Trusted name across Southeast New Mexico. Siding. They do buildings, metal buildings, commercial and industrial metal buildings. From start to finish, they are there for you. They can also take care of your roof, your siding, your windows, your doors. Thinking about remodeling the outside of your home? That's an investment. I mean, especially if you plan to sell your home later on, that's an investment. Get in touch with them. If you're thinking about erecting a big metal building, they can do that for you. Carports, patios, they do those also. 575-391-1430. Go to the website, Seminole Siding and Construction.com. It's already 8:20. We are B and the Breakfast Club. We're coming right back.
MTD Radio News. I'm Blake Ovard. Just ahead of the January legislative session, the state of New Mexico has released its Climate Action Plan. The plan serves as a roadmap to meet New Mexico's climate pollution reduction targets set by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's 2019 executive order directing the state to reduce climate pollution by 45% by 2030 and reach net zero emissions by 2050. According to a release from the New Mexico Environment Department, the plan proposes 45 action items to address greenhouse gas emissions, including addressing oil and gas industry emissions with new rules to mitigate methane leaks and exploring the potential of carbon capture technology, decarbonizing the grid with state spending in energy storage, and promoting geothermal and other emerging technologies to transition to a 100% clean energy grid, promoting a, quote, modern energy efficient building codes, and expanding incentive programs to reduce energy consumption by homeowners, renters, and businesses, implementing, quote, voluntary and incentive-based agricultural programs and practices to lower agricultural emissions, propose strategies that include active forest management to reduce wildfire risk, enhancing forest health, and expanding post-fire recovery programs, targeting methane emissions from landfills by establishing a statewide organic and food waste diversion program, and expanding local recycling and composting infrastructure, and improving charging infrastructure for the use of, quote, zero-emission vehicles, and introducing lower carbon fuels in the New Mexico market. The full plan is available at climateaction.nm.gov/CAP. Southern New Mexico residents may have felt a little rumbling under their feet for Christmas. The U.S. Geological Survey reported 5 earthquakes shook around White City near Carlsbad on Thursday. The first quake started around 11:30 a.m., while the last one was reported around 1 p.m. The largest quake measured in at about 3.5 on the Richter scale, and residents living within around 100 miles may have felt tremors. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
SDR Enterprises of Hobbs is your complete dirt work, hydrovac, hot oiler, and trucking service. If your needs are environmental, hauling materials, or right-of-way seating, SDR has you covered. Call 575-393-8420 to schedule service today. That's 575-393-8420. SDR Enterprises, proudly serving homes, ranches, and businesses across Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. SDR is currently looking to hire an experienced tire technician. Please visit SDREnterprisesLLC.com and contact us today for more information. SDR Enterprises is an equal opportunity employer with strong family values.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Mustang Country Chevrolet in Denver City. We want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you're shopping for a car, there's never been a better time to buy at Mustang Country. We have over 200 new and used cars to choose from, great financing options, and excellent service long after the sale. Call, click MustangCountryChevy.com, or together let's drive to 604 West Broadway in Denver City, where you'll find savings as big as Texas.
Get ready for a slam dunk holiday tradition at the Hobbs Holiday Tournament, 66 years in the making. This December 29th, 30th, and 31st, come to Tasker Arena and the Freshman Gym in Hobbs for thrilling basketball action as boys and girls teams from Texas and New Mexico face off in a fierce competition. Whether you're here for the fast breaks, the buzzer beaters, or just the holiday spirit, the Hobbs Holiday Tournament is the place to be. Need lodging? Call Jessica at 575-397-3202 for all the details. Don't miss the 66th Annual Hobbs Holiday Tournament, where champions are made and memories are created. December 29th through 31st, only in Hobbs. Paid for in part by City of Hobbs Lodgers Tax.
Imagine a world where teams wore plain, uninspired uniforms. Functional? Sure. Eye-catching? Hardly. But as times evolved, so did the demand for standout styles. Enter the era of awesome graphics. Located at 523 West Sanger in Hobbs, New Mexico, they revolutionized team and work attire. Their secret? High-quality FR uniforms from renowned brands like Ariat, Lapco, Byrne, and Bulwark, paired with cutting-edge technology for vibrant, multicolored logos. Awesome Graphics bridges the gap, offering both sports and industrial uniforms that don't just fit well, they inspire. From Nike office shirts to Adidas and Oakley designs, they ensure every team and staff look as professional as they perform. They're not just about appearances at Awesome Graphics, they're about empowering teams. So if you're in Southeast New Mexico and need uniforms that speak volumes, the choice is clear. Visit myawesomegraphics.com and discover how they can elevate your team's image. Awesome Graphics, where style meets performance.
Looks like we're gonna have to get on down a little bit to get you up this morning. Don't you be hiding, listen to what I say. Get your head out of bed, man, you ain't listening to what I said. Get your head out of bed, you just laying there like you're dead. The alarm went off 10 minutes ago, now get your feet out of bed and get them on the floor. Get your head out of bed, you ain't listening to what I said. That alarm went off 10 minutes ago. Get your feet on the floor and get them out that door. Get your head out of bed, you ain't listening to what I said.
7:26. Good morning. It is another day in paradise. Morning show this morning being powered by our buddies at Permian Ford. Check them out. Question of the day: what is the greatest invention ever? Being brought to you by our buddies at Lovington Auto Supply. They've got all the parts for the big semis and for your automobile. Find them today. Avenue D in Lovington, Napa dealer. And text line 877-396-W105 being brought to you by Amigo Machinery, your Kubota dealer. Find them at amigo-machinery.com. And, of course, broadcasting from inside the Inn of the Mountain God studio. Check them out today. 7:26. We haven't done the price of oil this morning, being brought to you by North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all your laundry. Offering dry cleaning, pressing, starching. They can wash, dry, and fold all your clothes. And don't forget, doesn't matter if it's all field clothes. They can, regular clothes, all field, they can take care of both. And they do have coin-operated machines. So if you want to go in there and wash your clothes, they have 3 locations. 609 West Lee in Carlsbad, 604 West Church, Carlsbad, 406 West Cedar in Loving. North Star Laundry, one-stop shop for all of your laundry. Already 727. Price oil this morning.
West Texas Intermediate is up $1.36 to 58.10. Brent crude is up to 61.99. Natural gas up to $4.47, and the wholesale cost on a gallon of gasoline is $1.72 this morning.
All right, what is it with kids killing their parents? We've seen 3 different stories. One right here at Clovis. Killing their parents, hired a hitman to kill his parents because he thought his dad owned all the Allsups.
Yeah.
Turned out his dad was just a manager at one Allsup. Just because you get a chimney every once in a while doesn't mean he owns the damn place.
Listen, it's honestly, to me, I feel like it's... How deep do you want me to go?
Well, I just think, the Menendez.
You can have the best parents and you can have the crappiest parents, honestly. Yeah. But it depends on what the child has been exposed to and what they've surrounded themselves with.
I think the kids think they're, going to get all mom and dad's money. How many times have you
there
met...
was a spirit of greed. Yeah, he wanted everything.
How many
so
times
he
have
was
you
willing to
met a
take his parents out.
kid that they thought that, my mom and dad they're rich?
Mm-hmm.
Well, most
Oh,
kids
often.
think their parents are.
Well, my money is my money. Your money is your money.
Yeah,
Like
but most kids think that, I think.
So, Pennsylvania man charged with killing his mother and wounding his father after Christmas. 18-year-old taken into custody in West Virginia after allegedly shooting his parents in their Pennsylvania home the day after Christmas. He killed his mother. His dad has been wounded. Jared Knoll, charged with homicide and attempted homicide in connection with that shooting. Pennsylvania police called to the scene about 2 p.m. on Friday. And, Knoll's parents suffered gunshot wounds, both transported to the hospital. Mother was in critical condition. She did not make it. She was pronounced dead at the hospital. Father is in stable condition. Authorities launched a manhunt for Knowles, who fled the home on foot after the shooting. He is considered armed and dangerous, and I don't think they were able to track him down. So they're still out there. There's a homicide warrant for his arrest. He is armed and dangerous, according to the police. All right, birthright citizenship. I thought we'd get a decision before the first of the year, but Supreme Court has not handed down that decision. I read an op-ed from Fox about birthright citizenship, 14th Amendment, saying it does not extend to citizenship for kids born in the United States whose parents are not citizens of the United States. And they said, how could we get this wrong? How could we get this wrong? Because we got a lot of tourists that come here and have babies. Look, El Chapo sent his wife to have babies because he wanted his kids to be American citizens.
Right.
So as I look at this, I think we got it wrong 140 years ago.
Yes.
I think it is meant for slaves, and I think the Supreme Court's going to get it right. Maybe. I don't know. Supreme Court, we got some people that
I wouldn't bet on it.
Don't know. You just don't know. All right, Bernie Sanders pointing at New Mexico and saying, see, they're getting it right.
Oh, my God. Didn't you know you're wrong, Bernie?
Senator Bernie Sanders once again holding up New Mexico as a national model for universal free everything. Doesn't matter if it's saddling the taxpayers. You have another expense.
You wonder why we have state income tax?
Yes.
There you go.
So with $67 billion in the rainy day fund, why should we be paying a state income tax?
Because they want to spend your money.
I mean, it's a broken healthcare system. Everything's broken. Immigration, it's a broken immigration system. Insurance, it's a broken immigration system. It's a broken this. Everything is broken according to the Democrats. But when you got Bernie Sanders saying, yeah, New Mexico is getting it right, you know we are not getting it right. You know we're going down the wrong path. If Bernie Sanders saying that we're getting it right, we're not getting it right.
Oh.
No, no way are we getting it right. And a man suing the Las Cruces Police Department and an officer after being shot in the back. Man shot in the back after police pursued him. Now suing the police department and the officer that pulled that trigger. In March, 19-year-old Gabriel Padilla was accused of shooting a gun near the Peter Piper's Pizza on Loman Avenue in Las Cruces. During a foot pursuit, Bobby Lopez shot Padilla in the back, and Padilla was hit once in the lower back and survived. Lawsuit claims that Padilla did not pose a threat to the officer, even though he did have a gun. Also claims the department failed to train their officers properly. They will settle. It'll be $1 million. They'll settle and give this clown $1 million. Did you guys feel a earthquake? White cities on Saturday? Did you guys feel that?
They did. There was stuff on Thursday, but the bigger ones were Thursday.
Yes. Thursday. So, They say 3.5 magnitude near white cities.
Carlsbad Caverns.
Yeah, they're saying 5 mini earthquakes and the big one. People in Artesia, Carlsbad, and some people in Hobbs felt the tremors. And
they said on NSGS it was up to 100 miles.
And congratulations, Holloman Air Force Base. They're bringing back the air show. Air show is coming back in April. 2-day event, April 18th and 19th. All right, remember Texas passed a law that no foreign ownership of land? Well, hold the phones. You might have somebody going against that. We'll get to that coming up. Why couldn't a state pass a law that says no foreign ownership? Is there somewhere in the Constitution where it says foreigners should be able to buy property?
Nope.
No.
So we'll dive into this. I think sometimes all these circuit courts, they don't look at constitutional stuff. They just look at what suits their agenda.
Mm-hmm.
There lies the problem. All right, we're going to hear from the UN. What is America up to? I'll give you the answer coming up in just a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Some of the specials going on right now: split fryer breast and wings, $1.49 a pound. Also bacon, get 2 12-ounce packs for just $5. Also get the choice beef chuck roast for $5.99 a pound, and the whole pork loin for just $1.88 a pound. Find it today at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. Also, they got the red seedless grapes for $1.99 a pound. Jumbo avocados, 99 cents each. Get russet potatoes, 5-pound bag for $1.99. And cabbage for the new year, 3 pounds for just $1. In the deli department, you can get the hickory smoked turkey breast for $7.99. Also, the salami and pepperoni for $6.49 a pound. And the wheat bread for $1.68 a loaf. Looking for refreshments? Thinking about buying some beer? They've got Bud Light, Coors Light, Miller Lite. Always the coldest beer in Pecos, Texas. 30-pack, just $26.99. Get it all today at La Tienda in Pecos, Texas. They're right there on Eddy Street. All right, what should we do with the UN? The UN is calling for America to be isolated. Listen to what they say.
Stay calm, will not panic, and will remember that the international community is made of 193 states. And this is the time to give the U.S. what it has been looking for, isolation.
Well, I have no problem being isolationist to a certain degree, but the UN, we fund the UN. All the money to fund the UN comes from America. I think it's like 70+%.
Gotcha.
So you got 128, countries, but America's funding the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm putting my money into something, I should get, something in return, right?
Yes.
Number one is your loyalty. I should get your loyalty. Number one. So America has awakened. America has awakened. Listen to Marco Rubio yesterday talking about U.S. dropping funding to certain countries. Oh, you want to go against America? Oh, I mean, do you give money to people that don't like you?
No.
I mean, does that make sense? Listen to what Marco Rubio had to say.
The president views the last 40 years as an era of which American workers and American farmers have been ripped off. They've been ripped off, and what he's saying is we want to have trade with the world, but it has to be a trade in which American businesses and American workers and the products they make and what American farmers grow and produce has a fair shot to be sold around the world. On issue after issue, that's been the case. You talk about foreign aid reforms. This is not our money. This is taxpayer money. When the president has said is we're going to do foreign aid, but we're going to do foreign aid for countries that are aligned with the United States and in a way that doesn't waste the taxpayers' money.
Amen. Amen. Why are we funding countries that don't even like us? They don't even like us. They don't even care about us. Yeah, cut them loose. be done. All right, Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals squashed a challenge to the Texas ban on foreign land purchase. So the Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals has handed Texas another win in a lawsuit over Chinese nationals being able to challenge this state law to ban foreign adversaries from purchasing land in Texas. The law went into effect September 1st and will remain in effect. Earlier this year, the governor signed SB 17, filing by the state, and no foreign ownership of land. I don't look.
As it should be.
I think we have screwed up big time in the United States allowing foreigners to buy land.
Yeah, look at Minnesota.
When you go into any foreign country, this is what.
Yeah, almost everyone.
There is a difference between non-citizens and citizens.
Yep.
What we have done, we've leveled the playing field. Citizens, in fact,
There's no
non-citizens have a lot more rights than citizens.
And benefits. We've made it where they have more benefits.
So thank God that the Fifth Circuit of Court of Appeals squashed the challenge against Texas, saying no foreign national adversary, and the adversary is the key. I think they should have went further. Any foreign national shouldn't be able to buy land in America.
No real property.
Just citizens.
Like no land that a building sits on. No real property.
So, most countries, you can own the house, but you cannot own the land.
Right.
That's the way it is in Belize.
That's the way it is in Belize. That's the way it is, I'm pretty sure, the way it is in Mexico. That is pretty much, well, when I'm in the Philippines,
right.
I cannot own land.
Right.
I can own the house.
Think about the countries that you can. You can purchase property in the UK and look at all the problems they're having.
Yep.
And I think you can purchase property in France and look at all the problems they're having.
Yep. We're selling ourselves. At one time, all the big landmarks were owned by foreigners. Sears Tower, the Macy's, all those big buildings were owned by foreign entities, not American owned. Foreigners should not be able to come into America and buy up everything. Right. Look at the Chinese. They own, 25% of all our farmland?
That's scary.
That's why Texas has said no. We're not allowing it. All right, we're going to get you updated with the text and the weather report. We'll try to keep you updated. A semi-truck driver facing charges crashing into Lubbock deputies. Semi-truck driver accused of crashing into two deputies back in September is now in jail. Gregory Voigt, 57 years old, charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, that being the semi. Illinois police arrested the freight hauler on Thanksgiving Day, extradited him back to Lubbock over the weekend. He is being held on a $50,000 bond. Voigt and the trucking company that he works for, folks have filed a lawsuit against them for over $1 million in damages to and injuries to the deputies. Wow. All right, we're going to take a break. Text line, our number 877-396-W105. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Twin Wells Fuel Station. If you're on 128 this morning, be safe out there. It's snowy and icy, so please be safe. But if you need fuel, exit Buck Jackson Road, go down 2.75 miles. Fill her up today, accepting credit cards, debit cards, and fleet cards. Don't sweat it. They got the fuel right up at 128 on Buck Jackson Road. Be safe on the road. Slow down from the Twin Wells Fuel Station. 743, Monica.
Best invention was the automobile. Worst invention was these damn cell phones. By the way, Blake, congratulations on your new stardom. The paper makes it sound like you are new. Billy Bob Thornton, LOL. Best of luck on your new career.
Thanks.
B from Roswell said, imagine being inside the caverns while an earthquake is happening. Archangel says, these kids don't want to work for a living. They want the easy life. And Smokey says, washing, drying, and folding my own clothes is overrated. I'll take them, drop them off, and let them do it for me. Plus, I have better things to do.
Amen.
NPR Lover says, 319 in Riverside and Maljamar, best invention is the smartphone. Caveman Stoneman said snow between Carlsbad and Loving, Highway 285. Anal abrasion is more politically correct. Gas was $2.70 for Supreme in Albuquerque and $2.10 for regular. That's from Trapper. And someone texted in and said, I only caught the end of it, but there were 2 cows on the side of the road. I didn't catch the location. I'm missing 2 cows. Can you tell me the location if possible? Again, thank you. Let me look for it, and I'll send it to you. Mm-hmm. And it's snowing pretty heavy in Eunice. The ground is covered.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Only a couple days after Christmas, you almost got a white Christmas.
Almost. That's it for the text
You're
line.
still within the 12 days of Christmas, though, so you're good.
You're not there yet. Not yet. You're close, but yeah. All right, U.S. Coast Guard broke the records across the board in 2025. Historic amount of maritime force out there defending America. Under the Biden administration, the record number of foreign nationals attempting to illegally enter the United States via the sea. But you know what we did? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. By the way, we have broken the record for drugs coming into the United States and people coming into the United States.
And now we've got these big, huge ships that we're building.
Yeah. So, look, we have taken a lot of drugs off the street because of the Coast Guard. Let them do their job.
Some of those Coast Guard ships are pretty cool.
Oh, they're bad.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
Dual 50 cals on the front.
And like I said, they have a group of, I think there's 9 of them, like hydrofoil ships, and they can chase down anything.
So when I hear stories about, the Coast Guard not doing their job, let them do their job.
Amen.
I mean, under the Biden administration, kind of makes you wonder if they were doing their best to allow people and drugs into the country. And I got to say, I think they were.
The Biden administration, yes. The Coast Guard, no.
Yeah.
The men and women in the Coast Guard still were trying to do their job to the best of their ability, even though they were being hampered.
They were
by
being
the White House.
hindered, just like Border Patrol was being hindered. FBI caught Hillary Clinton discussing donations with a foreign felon. Hillary Clinton, close to the presidential nomination in 2016, FBI field office advised colleagues at the headquarters to press her on the foreign donations flown into the Clinton Foundation. While steering, they actually, nothing happened. FBI stood down. See, we can't have one set of laws for one group of people
You're
and
right.
another set of laws for us. So this is information that has come out in the last couple days. And the Supreme Court, I just did this story about birthright citizenship. I would hope that would be the beginning of the year, one of the first things that we're going to be talking about. Yeah. Ian Omar's husband, how much money do you think he made?
That's a good question.
Off
Does she
of
have
the
something to do with
fraud?
$30 million.
it? Oh, I was going to say probably millions.
$30 million. So New York Post reported new details on Saturday, including the claims that the venture capital firm that Omar's husband works for quietly scrubbed key officers' details, including former Obama officials, as scrutiny grows about the Omar family and their skyrocketing wealth.
Wow.
Like I said, it's the Disneyland of government fraud.
The company that Ian Omar's husband is a part of went from 5 million to 25 million in just 1 year.
Wow. Now, is this the current husband or the brother?
Current husband. Okay. And get ready. Now they're up to 60 million.
This is why you can't have someone who is a citizen and pledged to protect that other country in Congress.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's crazy money. And junk food's going to be banned in some states. SNAP users.
Okay.
Some states, New Mexico is not one of those states.
Of course not.
No.
New Mexico is not one of those states. But many states looking at banning junk food. Indiana, Iowa, Nebraska, Utah, West Virginia, banning Idaho, Oklahoma, Illinois, Colorado, Texas. I'm surprised Colorado.
Yeah, and Illinois.
South Dakota, North Dakota, Missouri, Hawaii. Most of these states were removing candy and soda. You remember a couple months ago we looked at what was food stamps being spent on?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And soda was the number one.
Mm-hmm.
What's the nutritional value of soda?
0.
None. What about rice and beans? That accounted to rice and beans together accounted for like less than 1%.
I think it was like 3.
No. I know it was less than 1.5. Yeah,
wow.
It was less than 1.5. I can go back and find that, but it was less than 1.5. That's crazy. Candy, snacks, soda, energy drinks.
Not actual food.
So I have no problem with doing away with junk food and taking that off the and you know what? You want your kids to have junk food?
Then you buy it.
You buy it.
Right.
You buy it. By the way, you want them to have snacks? Make your own snacks.
Yeah.
Make your own snacks. There are plenty of snacks that you can make. You want them to have brownies? Make your own damn brownies.
Right.
It's good.
At least if you make it at home, it's probably going to have things like milk and eggs and other things like that, and not just a bunch of chemicals.
But since the food stamp program is extended, the obesity, childhood obesity is going up crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and what are you going to do? Like, as a mom, like, if you're on welfare, you're on SNAP and your kids want a snack, nope, you better grab an apple.
But that's a good solution.
Exactly. Yeah. I can pay for that apple with this card.
And quite honestly, how much is like a 2 or 3 5-pound bag of apples now?
Free.
Yeah, no. I mean, a 5-pound bag is like less. It was $2.99 last week.
Right. If you get the
so
very
my
basic
point
apples.
is, how much is a package of Oreos?
Same, more.
Right. Okay,
More.
so the apples are not only good for you and actual food, but they're cheaper in many cases. People always say, well, fruits and vegetables are expensive. They're really not.
Yeah.
They're really not.
So, Monica, you saw my pictures. I did get the invite from Shorty. We went there and made tamales. We made 50. Well, they made. I just watched.
Yeah.
50 pounds of tamales.
I'm going to give you something that you need to try.
Tamales?
Boudin tamales.
Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah.
I didn't get any tamales.
We had.
You didn't get no tamales?
No, I
Your
looked
family
for
didn't make no tamales?
No.
We had real Cajun food.
We're not that Mexican. Obviously. I'm a little sad about it right now.
That's real work.
It is.
Yeah.
That's real work.
Boudin tamales. Good stuff.
Boudin.
Yeah, that's a lot of work. That's a lot
I need to
of
go on
work.
Tradio and say that. If anybody's selling some tamales.
You can always go right down the
I
street.
even looked on Facebook.
Monica's looking for some of them bathtub tamales.
No. Just don't. If they're made in the bathtub, just don't tell me, please. Wait, what are you talking about?
I'll see if I can get you some.
Bathtub tamales?
Yeah, that's what a bathtub tamale is, made in the bathtub.
Yeah. Okay. No, I don't want to know that.
No, I don't want to know nothing made in the bathtub. Looks like Minnesota fraud scheme on the top of the list. Kash Patel said that the investigation is ongoing, but they have discovered they've already got 78 indictments. And you know what's sad? That the Attorney General, I think, is part of it. I think he was onto it. All right, Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders talking about the threat is now rich guys.
Like him?
With AI. Here's what he had to say about AI. It is the biggest threat.
It is the richest people in the world. Elon Musk, Zuckerberg, Bezos, Peter Thiel. Multi-billionaires are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into implementing and developing this technology. What is their motive? Do you think they're staying up nights worrying about working people and how this technology will impact those people? They are not.
Neither are you.
They are doing it to get richer and even more powerful. That's issue number one. Who is pushing this technology?
So, look, I'm not 100% sold on AI because I think, number one, I think it's a great tool that I can come up with a catchy song on AI. But then it makes me think, what about musicians? What about somebody that has honed in their skills over 50 years of practice or 20 years of practice?
AI is just a theft mechanism in some form.
And when it comes to writers,
same thing.
Same thing. Because sooner or later, we already have books that were generated via AI.
I can order a book. It's called Book About Anyone or something like that, about you, as long as I have a couple of pieces of information, and it will fill in 200 pages of whatever you want.
So I think there's a problem. I'm with Bernie on that. Yeah. That it's a problem. But as far as people getting wealthy, you weren't concerned with Zuckerberg when he was, messing
him money.
Yeah, when he was donating money to the Democratic Party. You weren't worried about Zuckerberg when he was infringing on my constitutional rights to freedom of speech. But now, it's the rich guys. Do you know who backs the Democratic Party? Rich people.
Yes.
They have way more millionaires and billionaires than the Republicans. They want you to think different, but that's the case. All right, Scott Jennings, 2026, will be battling the liberals. He was on ABC this week. Scott Jennings battling the liberals.
And he can get his allies in Congress to do most anything he wants them to do, which is why I think in the coming year, they really ought to spend some time trying to codify, to Rick's point, his executive orders and some of the other initiatives that he's had, really try to make it stick and really fight it out, because I think a lot of the things he did would actually be pretty popular political debates to have. And so why not spend a little time on that? And it would.
I agree. Some of these executive orders that Donald Trump has put in, I think that it is time for him to, take them to Congress and say, let's make them a law. Because it's one thing to have an executive order.
Yeah.
You have the votes in Congress.
Yep.
So let's get her done. California abandoning the legal battle to restore $4 billion in federal funding for the long-delayed high-speed rail project. This thing started off, it was supposed to be finished in 2015 or something.
Right.
And it's still not finished.
Boondoggle.
It is billions and billions and billions over the cost that they thought it was going to be. And the federal government is just like, we're done.
Yeah.
We're done. It sounds like a great idea that you would have a high-speed rail that went from Las Vegas, Nevada, all the way to California. I think that would be awesome. I think it would also be awesome if we had a high-speed rail that ran from, say, Roswell, New Mexico, all the way to Dallas, Fort Worth. But the cost.
Right.
The cost. And look, Texas has already gone through a lot of that.
Well, and they're working on one too, but it's a different
Yeah.
thing.
I remember when Rick Perry, we're going to buy up all this land, eminent domain, and yeah. And then I started looking into that, and I'm like, well, who's going to own all the convenience stores? Oh, the Spaniards.
Yep.
Spaniards going to own all the convenience store. I wonder why. Who's getting that money?
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Yeah, that was all that trans-Texas corridor crap.
I vote with Republicans 99.9% of the time, but, also when I was living in the Texas, Rick Perry's wife sitting on the board of a pharmaceutical company, and then all of a sudden they're mandating that all little girls have to go and get a vaccine.
HPV.
And who was making the vaccine? Rick Perry's wife's company that she's on the board of? Oh. So I stand with Republicans 99.9% of the time, but I look at stuff like that and I go, that's not good. Deadly helicopter collision in New Jersey. Killed one, critically injured another. One person was killed, and the other is now in critical condition when two helicopters collided in New Jersey Sunday morning. Hamilton Police Department told Fox Digital they received a call about the crash about 11:25 a.m. And the UK. The Union Jack could be making a return, Blake.
What do you mean?
So the battle over British identity and the nation's flag is just the latest issue to widen the political divide in the UK. As the Labour government continues to face criticism over a number of issues, many Britoners want to go back to Britain as it was 30 years ago.
Well, yeah. I'd like to go back to the U.S. like it was 30 years
You had the Palestinian flag flying on public buildings.
Yeah.
In the UK.
Just wait, it's coming here too.
The Union Jack, they wanted to make a comeback.
Good.
This is why don't ever mess with our flag. And over the weekend, Times Square on Christmas Day, what did the sign say on Times Square?
Oh, my. Are you sure?
Times Square. Yes, Times Square.
What theater was that at?
ADC. Jesus is Palestinian.
No.
No, he wasn't.
No.
No, he wasn't.
He was Jewish.
No, he wasn't. Thank you so much. All right, I got to get to taking out trash. 802 KWMW Maljamar, 105.1 FM. Also, KWES 93.5 in Rio Doso and KDAZ AM 700 FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. Taking out trash this morning being brought to you by Trash Eaters, trash-eaters.com. 575-408-1719. Call Kayleen today. Need a big roll-off container? They've got you covered. Not a problem. They also have the 96-gallon polycarts for residential customers, 2- and 4-yard metal dumpsters for the commercial clients. If you're looking for somebody to pick up your trash, Trash Eaters, veteran-owned, locally owned and operated, trash-eaters.com for more information. Well, it looks like MS Now, which is formerly known as MSNBC, they changed their name, a guest suggesting that the strike on Nigeria that happened right before Christmas, we blew up Nigeria. So Morgan State University professor Jason Johnson on Saturday said the U.S. strikes on the terrorist targets in Nigeria were another opportunity for the Trump administration to engage in violence and flex their power against people of color.
Well,
they went as far as saying that it was racially. It was a racial decision. By the way, if I'm going to Nigeria and bomb people, chances are they're going to be African.
I think that's about a 99.5% chance. Yeah.
Chances are they're all going to be African.
Sure.
Yes, because Nigeria is
African.
Yes. So chances of them being African are way high.
Wow.
Well, this is MSNBC. They don't even know where Nigeria is.
Wow. So congratulations going out to another professor from Brown College and another one from Morgan State. Professors. These are the people that mold the mushy minds of our kids. Continuing to throw out there, the only reason they're bombing Nigeria is because they're black.
Nope.
Take it out trash, being brought to you by our buddies at Trash Eaters. 804-804, we are B and the Breakfast Club. Monica in the text taking out the things that happened on this date in history. Up next, National Anthem and the Pledge still to come.
John in Pio says, did you ever get a report on Greg Biffle?
Biffle. Great.
No.
The race car driver that died?
I'm assuming.
Did you ever report on
Yeah, I
Greg
did.
Oh, we talked about
several stories.
That was
certified.
That's been 3 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Certified White Boy said those HPV vaccines are being linked to infertility in men and women, as well as ovarian cancer in women. And Bean Sandwich says, what is Idaho going to do with all of those potato chips? A Roswell texter said, Tom A. Jr. is back. And I said, you better believe it. He said, just kidding. Love to give you guys a hard time. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well. The best invention ever is a hot water heater. I hate cold showers, says Ron. And I completely understand why that professor wouldn't understand or wouldn't care that Catholics were being murdered in Nigeria. Just another example of tell me you're stupid without telling me you're stupid by calling it racism. Walker said, send that snow to Roswell. And that is it for the text line.
No snow in Roswell. It's all like on the other end. Carlsbad. Maybe it's coming your way. You never can tell. I did look at the radar. It's not looking good for some areas of southeast New Mexico.
Not in that part of the valley.
So if you're listening in Albuquerque, you're getting spared. Ruidoso's used to the snow. They are better prepared for the snow.
At our cabin, the camera shows it snowing.
Yeah. But I did see, like in Carlsbad, they're getting hammered. All right, and the good thing is kids are out of school still. So.
Well, good news for who?
Well, I mean.
For the kids, they get to play in it.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about school closures.
That's right.
And that type of stuff. All right, things that happened on this date in history being brought to you by 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range. Find them 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, veteran-owned and operated, largest selection of firearms. State-of-the-art indoor firing range, open 7 days a week. Hey, if you left somebody off your list, and take them to the gun range. Let them get in there and shoot. They also have that Milo FBI training simulator. Monthly rate, or you can shoot by the hour. Open 7 days a week. They have optics, suppressors, gun safes, tactical training, and more. Find them today. 2A Tactical Firearms Indoor Firing Range, 236 East Navajo and Hobbs, online at 2atacticalrange.com. Proud sponsor of things that happen on this date in history.
And since the question of the day is best inventions, I threw a few of those in here too. In 1845, Texas was admitted as the 28th state in the United States, ending its time as a republic. In 1848, the first gas lights at the White House came into being.
Ooh.
And in 1862, the first bowling ball was invented.
Oh, that's cool.
So it's like, I think they took a big one and just drilled some holes in it.
Maybe.
In 1891, Thomas Edison patented the radio, Kevin. And in 1902, Scott Joplin copyrighted The Entertainer and several other piano rag compositions with the U.S. Copyright Office. In 1989, athletes of the decade were named as Wayne Gretzky and Martina Navratilova. That was 89. Which is kind of interesting. Birthdays today. One of Kevin's heroes, Dylan Mulvaney, is 29. Of course, that's the transgender guy that killed Bud Light. 1972, Jude Law was born. He's 53. Of course, he played in The Talented Mr. Ripley in the Grand Budapest Hotel. Ashley Banfield, she's a Canadian journalist, was on Fox, right? Is that right? Ashley Banfield, what was she on? She's 58. Sean Payton, he's the NFL coach, Super Bowl winner in 2009 for the New Orleans Saints. Coach of the Year 2006, he is 62. Patricia Clarkson, she's an actress, played on House of Cards, Pieces of April, The Station Agent. She is 66. Paula Poundstone, stand-up comedian. She is also 66. Ted Danson, of course, Cheers and 3 Minute a Baby, The Good Place, etc., 78. And John Voight, another actor, is 88. He's been in a lot of movies, and his car was on an episode of Seinfeld. So there you go. Some folks no longer with us. Mary Tyler Moore left us in 2017. I think she was on the TV show. What was the name of that?
Mary Tyler Moore Show.
This one is for you, Kevin. Stanley Tukey Williams.
Stanley Tukey Williams.
He left us in 2005. He was an American gangster born in Shreveport, Louisiana. The 17th president of the United States.
Tukey scared people.
Andrew Johnson. Would have been his birthday. Couple of inventors. All right, I'm going to tell you something about the Monica play and see if you can figure out who they are.
Okay.
William S. Harley
No.
died in 1943.
No.
Co-founder of Harley Davidson.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
And this guy left us in 1860. He was a self-taught chemist who developed vulcanized rubber.
No.
Goodyear.
That's right, Charles Goodyear, the tire guy. And Kevin, those are things that happened on this date in history and birthdays for this day.
All right, we'll check the weather. We've got snow across southeast New Mexico right now. Be safe on the road. Slow down, and please be safe. Already 8/11. If you are flying out for the holidays, they say another busy weekend for folks flying. As I look at people that were in the airport, every day, over 2 million, close to 3 million people on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday.
Wow.
That's incredible.
So if you're going to be flying out this weekend, not as bad, but still not good. Get to the airport early is what they're saying. Or fly out a smaller airport.
Sure.
That's always better. You know, going back in the Philippines,
most always.
We found tickets for $400.
Oh, wow.
So
look at you go.
400. I haven't booked them yet. I'm still at the wait and see type deal.
I'll say you got to wait till that officially comes through, right?
Yeah. $400. Unbelievable. Then, of course, I'd buy the insurance,
right?
So I can cancel. That's another, but still $500 one way, not bad. All right, 812, our national anthem and the our national anthem and the pledge this morning, being brought to you by Rebecca Long. She's your Farmers Insurance agent. Started her business at the age of 19. You're looking for great customer service. You're looking for somebody you can pick up the phone and talk to. Call Rebecca Long this morning, 575-393-2661. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Let her bundle your insurance. Call her today, 575-393-2661. God bless America. God bless you. Here's the pledge and the national anthem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
brave. 8:15, large prayer this morning being brought to you by Jude Oil, reminding you God is in complete control.
Today's verse of the day is 1 Kings 8:61. I pray that you will continue to serve the Lord our God faithfully. You must continue to obey his rules and his commands as you do now.
This is Mike Welsh. With Judah Oil, can you join us in the Lord's Prayer? Our Father, who art in heaven,
Our Father, who art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come,
Thy kingdom come,
thy will be done,
thy will be done,
on earth as it is in heaven.
on earth as it is on heaven.
Give us this day our
Give
daily
us
bread,
this day our daily bread,
and forgive us
and forgive us,
our trespasses, and we forgive those who trespass against us.
and forgive us as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And lead us not into temptation,
And lead us not to temptation,
but deliver us from evil.
but deliver us from evil.
Amen.
Amen.
8:16. We'll get you updated with everything going on with news being brought to you by Luke Ragsdale Law Firm, reminding you accidents happen when you least expect them. That's why you need a law firm that you can trust, the Ragsdale Law Firm. Check them out, specializing in car accidents, personal injury, medical malpractice, and oil-field accidents. Based in Roswell, they're there to help you every step of the way. For free consultations, call 575-204-5300. Don't forget, you never pay until they win your case. RagsdaleLawFirm.com for more information. We're coming right back. It's 8:17.
Fox News, I'm Angelo Bavaro. President Trump set to meet with Israel's prime minister today at Mar-a-Lago to talk next steps in the Gaza peace process. The president also working on a deal in the Russia-Ukraine war. He says negotiators are closer than ever.
The comments follow his meeting with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in Florida. Both leaders acknowledge, quote, thorny issues remain and warn unexpected obstacles could still derail talks.
Fox's Mike Emanuel. A virtual hearing scheduled for today in the case of Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin.
Judge Tony Graff is expected to reconsider the gag order in this case after prosecutors argued against what they called an unlawful prior restraint on speech. The judge will also consider whether to release transcripts of a closed-door hearing from October.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal. America's listening to Fox News.
At Franklin Veterinary Clinic, they're a full-service clinic that offers comprehensive care for family pets, equine athletes, and livestock alike. They have multiple veterinarians on staff providing the best possible care for your animals at every stage of their life. And when emergencies arise, they offer 24-hour ambulatory services and after-hour emergency care. The new emergency number is 575-808-7725. Franklin Veterinary Clinic, a tradition and excellence in caring, proudly serving Lincoln, Chavez, and Otero counties.
Wanting an affordable, quiet place to park your RV while you're working in or around Carlsbad? WWRV is 3 RV parks with one goal: to be a quiet place for their working tenants. 162 RV sites with 30 and 50 amp available. All utilities are included in the price, including premier wired internet at each site for your gaming and movie streaming. WWRV is pet friendly and well lit with plenty of street lights. Get pricing and contact info by visiting their website at www.rvx3.com or call 575-988-0392 for WWRV.
What's really going on is Daniel Velos here at Permian Ford Lincoln. Guys, if you are interested in any electric vehicles, we have our Mustang Mach-E that is on a super sale. I'm telling you guys, we got thousands off. We got 0% for 72 months, and we'll even give you access to our turbocharger here for a year at the dealership. Come by and check us out. Come by and inquire. Right now it's time to buy. We got 2 left, and we're making deals on those bad boys. Right here in the corner of Sanger and El Paso here in Hobbs, America. Come check us out.
Kinetic Fiber Internet wants to know, is slow cable internet leaving you lagging? Well, the next big leap in internet is here, and there, and over that way too. Because Kinetic is bringing ultra-fast 100% fiber with Wi-Fi 7 to everyone. And with the Kinetic Promise, we'll make sure every room and every device is connected and working before we leave. Get with the future. Go with 100% fiber. Switch to the new Kinetic Fiber Max plan and get $200 plus a 3-year price guarantee. Visit GoKinetic.com. Subject to availability and eligibility. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Mustang Country Chevrolet in Denver City. We want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you're shopping for a car, there's never been a better time to buy at Mustang Country. We have over 200 new and used cars to choose from, great financing options, and excellent service long after the sale. Call, click MustangCountryChevy.com, or together let's drive to 604 West Broadway in Denver City, where you'll find savings as big as Texas.
What's really going on? Daniel Velos here, Permian Ford Lincoln, and it's a first-come, first-served basis, guys. We have a big announcement on 2025 model year-end clearance. It's called the Year-End Savings Event, and it gives you 0% for 60 months and 90 days of deferred payment on all 2025 models left in stock. Come check us out. It's a first-come, first-served basis. You want to make sure that you get the ones that you like, and yes, it does include America's best-selling truck F-150. It does include our Ford Super Duties, guys. Come and check us out. We're going to be excited to help you guys out. 1000 North Del Paso Street here in Hobbs, America.
Not all models and trim levels qualify. See dealer for details.
Wilbanks LLC and Wilbanks Trucking Services LLC have over 37 years of experience, from 1987 to 2025, in the Permian Basin oil and gas industry. Wilbanks recently divested out of the rig moving operations to focus exclusively on providing crane services to support the growing demand in the basin. Wilbanks continues to provide quality, expert, and performance-based services to a multitude of customers. With a fleet ranging from 60-ton to 350-ton cranes, locations in Hobbs, Artesia, and Odessa, they hope that you will consider their team for projects ranging from plant builds, compressor sets, to general site builds. Please call 575-746-6380. Wilbanks LLC, your regional expert in the crane world.
This show is powered by Permian Ford. Stop by and see Daniel Velos today.
Can't stand the heat? Get out of the kitchen.
3 things in life are the most valuable: time, self-respect, and love. And being the Breakfast Club has none of the above. Call now, 877-396-W105. Call now.
Those are just facts you got from the internet.
Of course, that's where we get all this stuff. From the internet. Yes, that's it. 822, Tim Walz respond to the fraud allegations. money in a 401k, you are winning. 10,000 plus increase, you are winning. And you're not winning a little bit. You're winning big, big time. Look, silver hit an all-time record.
It did. And you know what? I'm still buying. If you got silver coins you want to sell, hit me up. I'll pay spot for them. I know it's off this morning, but still.
So silver.
There's predictions of where it's going to go.
Silver and gold. You ought to talk to Russ Black. He was telling me about some of the coins he has.
There is speculation that silver could actually outpace gold.
Wow.
It has in the past, a long time ago. But with all that's needed for all the circuitry and everything with AI and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
Interesting.
It's off a little from that high this morning, but call me. I'll buy it.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah, it looks like boxing champion Anthony Joshua fatally injured in a car crash in Nigeria. Well, at least he wasn't hit by one of the bombs, suffered minor injuries, but other people died in that car crash. So he's lucky he was able to walk away from that. All right, 8:28. We're going to get to the boob of the day coming up. Morning show this morning being brought to you by Roswell Livestock and Farm Supply. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell, celebrating their anniversary. How long have they been? Over 50 years. Over 50 years. Check them out. 1105 East 2nd in Roswell. Homegrown and proud of it. Farm and Ranch Supplies, Western Wear. Looking good, Western clothes. Work clothes, really doesn't matter what you're looking for. They've got it. Certified Purina dealer for all your animals. They also have tack. Also, if you're looking for fencing material, they've got that. They also have full-service hardware store. Find them today in Roswell, 1105 East 2nd, in Roswell, also in Capitan at the Lincoln County Mercantile. Monica in the text, 829.
All right, so we've got more pictures of all of the snow coming in. Carlsbad, Ronnie sent in a beautiful picture of the snow there in Carlsbad. Just another, I guess you could say, announcement. You guys be careful when you're driving over there. It's starting to snow in Artesia, guys. Please be careful, said Haas from Artesia. Good morning to the best radio hosts in America. Quite sure the older listeners hear Tricky Dicky say, I am not a crook. Of course, was the Watergate scandal. A political crook is still a crook. NPR lover said no snow from Roswell to Lovington. And I just want to tell everyone wanting the moisture that you're welcome. Every time I wash my damn truck, something happens with bipolar Mother Nature. And this texter, that is it for the text line.
All right, let's go over our predictions. So I already last week placed my bets. So Oregon, Texas Tech.
Lord.
Monica, who you got? Oregon, Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
Blake?
I'm taking Tech, but it's going to be a good game.
Yeah. I'm actually, I'll go with Texas Tech.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Alabama, Indiana.
Indiana.
Alabama. I think.
Alabama.
And
yeah, I think it's going to be a great. I think it's going to be a good game. I think Alabama is peaking at the right time.
I think calling them to beat OU was an easy call, but I think Indiana gets them.
Ole Miss, Georgia.
That'll be a good game, too.
I think Georgia by at least a touchdown, and I think Ole Miss will.
I'm going to say Georgia by less than a touchdown.
Yeah, I'm saying a touchdown. I don't remember the spread on that game. And Ohio State and Miami.
6.5.
6.5.
I think that's pretty right on, actually.
Yeah, by a touchdown. Yeah, pretty much.
I'm going to say Ole Miss.
So, Blake, you got
Georgia.
I'll go with Georgia. I think Georgia is probably the hottest team right now. And Miami and Ohio State.
Miami gets slaughtered by Ohio
State.
State.
Yeah, I think Miami gets schooled by Ohio State. Monica?
I'm going to go with Miami.
And I think the championship game will...
Well, you'll have, by the predictions up top, You would have predicted Texas Tech versus Alabama in the Peach Bowl. So who would you choose?
Alabama.
See, I'm predicting Tech and Indiana, and I would love to see Tech win that game. I'm gonna probably go with Tech in that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
And then Georgia, Ohio State.
Yeah.
In the Fiesta Bowl. Who you gonna got out of those two?
I'm going to go with Georgia.
Are you?
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great game.
So, okay, championship. Who do you think's there?
I think Georgia. I think
You think Georgia and Alabama playing for the championship?
Yes. And Alabama beat them last time.
Well, those Bulldogs are going to go crazy.
You know, I might sound crazy for saying this, but I'm thinking Tech's going to go all the way, y'all.
Look at you.
I'm going to believe in our little Lubbock friends over there.
That would be awesome. I'm
not going to lie. I would love.
I mean, I'm
absolutely
pulling
love to
for
see
Tech.
it.
I am, but
I'm
I think
pulling for
Indiana's
Tech.
going to be there on that end.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
I'm just going to believe for it.
And the Ohio State-Georgia game, which is what I think is going to come down to at the Fiesta Bowl.
It's going to be a great game.
That's going to be a great game, and I could really go either way on that.
Now, if it ends up being Alabama and Georgia in the play,
That'll be a whole different game than otherwise.
that people will lose their mind.
I just don't think they're going to beat Indiana.
So we'll see. We'll see.
That'll be interesting. And then if Alabama does get by, I just don't believe they beat Tech.
I mean, if Indiana does not put a lot of pressure on the quarterback,
it'll be a long day.
It will be a long day for Indiana.
I agree.
Yeah. Look, Ty Simpson is a better quarterback than Mendoza. And look, you look at the Heisman Trophy winner this year, and he passed for 2,500 yards. That's nothing. Serious. That's nothing. That's
all I know is that
but congratulations.
Thursday is going to be a good college football day.
Yeah, I agree. And that's part of the reason I don't want to travel. The wife is like, we ought to go here. We ought to. No. It's football weekend.
Yeah.
It's football.
I mean, I know that Miami and Ohio State play Wednesday evening, but still, New Year's Day is traditionally.
And by the way, if you're a Cowboy fan, I saw all the Cowboy attire at Kohl's in Lubbock at 70% off.
I missed it because I was there this weekend.
70% off. So go get your Cowboys hoodies and
where
70% off. You gotta
yeah,
go,
but like where?
You got to go to the
What
back
department?
to the by the shoes.
Yes.
Right across the street, right across the way. 70% off.
So my daughter now
Cowboys.
has a Cowboys shirt / jersey thing she can wear every single day of the week.
Yeah,
But you can double that.
Yeah.
I think that would be a good
70%
thing.
off.
That's a
70%
lot of
off.
percentage off.
And I was totally taken back because I'm like, they're playoff bound. Why are you reducing everything to 70% off?
And by the way, when we were on birthdays earlier, I couldn't. Yesterday was my daughter's birthday, so happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Carmen.
Hope you have a great day. All right, Wyoming law enforcement says missing children. A missing child was killed by the mother in New Mexico. 11-month-old is dead after police say that he was shot by his mother during a police standoff. 11-month-old in Grants County. So, Bazile Daly was reportedly missing over a month in Wyoming, according to the Washakie County Sheriff's Office. They said that Daly did not have custodial rights when she took the boy and left the state. A press release from the sheriff's office said that Daly was found in New Mexico. They said that when local law enforcement tried to make contact with her, she barricaded herself inside an RV. As sheriff's deputies were trying to negotiate with her, she shot and killed her son in Grants County.
It's tough.
Court records show Daly was booked in the Grants County Detention Center on Tuesday of last week. And This is, of course, a developing story. Hopefully we get more, but the loss of life by an 11-month-old baby. She was a mother, but did not have custody, and which leads me to believe there are reasons why she did not have custody.
Well, I think it's pretty apparent.
Yeah.
You know.
I agree. I think it is. Iran declaring a total war on America and Europe. And, so are we on high alert?
We should be.
So, high alert for maybe World War III beginning with Iran? I don't think we could call that World War III.
It has to be a world war to be World War III. Like an isolated Middle East incident is not a world war.
Now, Trump did meet with Netanyahu yesterday at the White House. So, could it be a World War? No, it's not a World War III.
Not yet.
So they're declaring war against the U.S., Israel, and Europe.
Well, if it comes to pass that war does happen out of that, then it would be a world war. Otherwise, it's just more Iranian hyperbole.
Sure.
Now, they have, they do have nukes, which is scary.
Sure.
But
Israel now has the Golden Dome and the lasers, right?
Yeah.
Frickin' sharks with lasers.
Which, the Israelis are like, go ahead, make my day.
Mm-hmm.
You want some of this?
Just saying.
What is the population of Iran? It's fairly large.
The landmass is large.
Yeah.
But the population is pretty much centered around
92 million.
92 million?
See, I mean, but given the same area of land, I mean, it's about almost as big as,
Yeah.
3/4 of the size of India.
Yeah.
Not
wide open spaces.
Yeah.
Lots of wide open spaces. Yeah, I don't think that would be called a world war. I don't think so.
Sand gets turned into glass very well.
Yeah. If you bomb it enough.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. All right, 8:39. We're going to get to things that happen on, the boob of the day coming up in a second. Silver topping 75. We just talked about silver. $75 a barrel. That was yesterday. What is it today?
For silver?
Yeah, for silver.
Silver right now is $70.79. It's fallen.
So it's fallen a little bit.
Yeah.
But
still, I mean, what was it? It was last week it was 60.
Yeah, on the day after Christmas it was 70, 75, $75 per ounce for the first time.
4 months ago it was 29.
Yeah. So 150% this year increase. So if you bought silver,
it's going to keep going.
If you bought silver, you're in the money. You are in the money. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about a man arrested after a backyard target practice resulting in a woman being shot to death. Look, you just cannot put up a backdrop and think in a neighborhood and think that this all is going to end well.
No.
And Nicki Minaj loses her Instagram account. We'll talk about that. And Zoran Mandani gives up the whole idea about affordable, saying prices are going to go up.
Of course he does. Liar, liar.
We'll talk about all of that coming up in a second. Morning show this morning being brought to you by WWRV times3.com, 988-0392. Looking for a quiet place to park your RV? Not a problem. They have 3 RV parks, 162 RV sites, 30 and 50 amps available. They offer utilities included in that low price. Check them out today, WWRV times3.com. High-speed internet and, of course, pet-friendly, very well lit up. Check them out, 988-0392. Monica in the text, 841.
World War III could have been considered what we called the Cold War, said Sino. Gary from the Patch says, I think God has a special bad place for people who hurt innocent children. 575 texter said no snow from Stiles Road to Lovington yet. Andy and Hobbs sent in a Facebook post. We'll look at it here in a bit. Retired nurse says Walmart here in town also has cowboy apparel on clearance as of last Friday. Big Trucker C said that cowboy was back in the back. That cowboy stuff was back in the back over there by the restrooms. LOL. Just kidding.
In case you need toilet paper.
Snowing in Weed, said a texter. And gold is down 200. I don't know how to read that. Gold down 200 $44.07.
It is at 43.44 right now. It's about 4.5%. So precious metals are off this morning after the record highs, but if you're paying attention, it's a good time to buy.
Okay. And I have got, the TV show, The Blind Frog Ranch, Dwayne Aller, the owner. Is it true what I read about his son killing somebody while in jail?
I have no idea who any of that is.
None of that.
We have no idea. And they also said, if you guys are willing to put up a little wager over that, I will take Tech all the way, said the same texter.
You know what I've learned? Don't bet with your heart.
Don't bet with your heart.
No, don't bet with your heart. I've lost a lot of money.
Don't we all have Tech on
no,
Thursday?
I went against them.
Who? Well, you went against them when they get to Bama. But did you go against them this time around? I don't think so. Did you?
I think I did.
Let me get back to the bracket. My brain just shut off.
I think I did.
So they're playing Oregon, and you took Oregon?
Yep. No.
Yeah, right. That's
No, I picked them in the first round.
Yeah, we picked Tech against Oregon, and then I have Indiana, and you have Alabama in the next round.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah, I don't believe that Tech beats Alabama. And the reason I'm just saying that, what's the toughest team that Tech has played?
A&M. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, I think Tech is for real this year, and I'd love to see them win. I don't think it's going to be Alabama. I think it's going to be Indiana, which would be their toughest game, especially coming off of Alabama. I think Indiana, if they win that, proves where they sit. I'd love to see them win. I'd love to see them go all the way. I think that would be amazing.
Me too.
But
me too.
If I was putting money down, that's not where I would put my money.
No. And so toughest team that Tech has played, BYU. BYU would be the toughest team that Tech has played. UFC, Kansas State, Arizona State, Houston,
Utah,
Oregon State,
Oklahoma.
Am I right? Colorado. Am I off? I don't know. The way these damn thing. God only. I can't see. It starts going into next year and the year before, and so what is it? What is the toughest game? Was it Arkansas Pine Bluff?
No.
What was it? Kent State? Was it Oregon State? Was it Utah?
Maybe Utah. No, BYU would have been tougher, I bet.
BYU. What was the toughest game on the schedule? Then these damn pop-ups. What was the toughest game for Tech? It's probably the toughest game.
Arizona State was their toughest game.
Yeah.
Because they lost.
So what was the toughest game?
Audience?
I'm looking.
BYU is the toughest team that Tech
Right.
beat, said Jason.
So,
but they lost to Arizona State.
Where are the ranked teams that they beat?
Let's see.
Just
I'm-
Utah and BYU.
Yeah.
BYU twice. Yep.
So, and I'm not hating on Tech. I'm pulling for them, but I'm just looking at it. When I bet on games, that's the way I look at who would they beat, where's the competition, what players are injured, all of that stuff.
Well, and that's the same thing I'm looking at for like Indiana, Alabama.
Yeah.
Indiana.
So-
In-law out. Do you want me to keep going with the text?
Yeah, go ahead.
In-law Outlaw says Blake's on Netflix. Why do they keep saying that?
'Cause?
So there's a whole series
I thought the
called.
movie wasn't out yet.
There's a
Murder in
whole
Monaco.
series called The Life of Blake on Netflix.
Oh,
You go
okay,
check
okay.
him out.
Murder in Monaco.
That's the name of the damn show?
No, there's a video clip where
Snippet.
his audio from the news is playing, which we should sue them because they didn't
Right.
get permission to use it.
No freaking way.
Yes. Yeah, because that story, that guy's out of Carlsbad. He remember the story where he stole his wife's dogs?
No?
Anyway, it will be on the movie Vengeful here by October.
So go check.
Okay. PA says, who does Kevin have winning it? You mean like the whole thing?
Georgia.
You think they beat Alabama?
Yeah.
Babe, I said Tech.
We'll see.
I said Tech.
I think it's going to come
What do you
down
say,
to.
Blake?
I think it's coming down to Indiana, Ohio State, and I think Ohio State edges Indiana.
I said Tech, Georgia, Indiana, or Ohio State. Who do you say, Pa?
So, I'd love to hear from you. All right, let's get to the boob of the day, being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics, medical professionals on staff. You know, Saturday, I went to see a good friend. He's in a rehab facility.
Aw.
And when I walked in, I wanted to cry because he looked that bad. He's been in the hospital for 2 months. And it all started with him having, I have those same issues where my oxygen in my blood, it's not produced, I'm not producing enough oxygen in my blood, and it causes problems. Well, he ended up going in the hospital, and then being in the hospital, there's sick people in the hospital. He ended up getting pneumonia, and then things got worse and worse and worse. This is why I always preach. I am going to be frugal when it comes to a lot of things. Blood work, I'm not going to be frugal. If I ever have cancer, I'm going to know about it early on in life. If my blood work comes out and they can detect, cancer, they can detect your kidneys are shutting down, all from just looking at your blood work. I'm not going to scrimp when it comes to blood work. So my buddy's in the hospital for 2 months. Hopefully he is getting better and can get home very, very soon. Look, they have a lab at Desert Functional. If you've been thinking, if you're not feeling good, we're men. Just like my buddy, we're men. We just keep getting up and going to work every day. Not feeling good, it doesn't matter. We just keep striving and striving and striving. Sometimes we need to take a break and check on us, especially if you're not feeling good. Go to Desert Functional. Let them do the deep dive into your blood work. Find out what is going on. Ladies, they do hormonal optimization. Guys, testosterone replacement therapy. They offer natural supplements to treat you. My thyroid numbers have been down, so they are increasing them with herbs. Go check them out today. They offer stem cell therapy and ozone therapy. Call Kelly today, 575-964-8025. And ladies want to look much better? They do a lot of aesthetics. Check them out online, 3900 North Lovington Highway in Hobbs. Proud sponsor of the Boob of the Day.
A deputy in Baxter County, Arkansas, noticed some suspicious activity coming from a parked car. Yep, the deputy saw that the car was, quote, rocking in a strange manner. He shouldn't have been knocking. According to reports, when the officer investigated the bizarre movement, he allegedly found a 50-year-old guy. His name was Theodore Morganavan III.
Whoa. That's a crazy last name.
Alone, but still having intimate time with a stuffed animal.
Oh, my gosh.
During a search of the vehicle, a purse was found that allegedly contained drug paraphernalia and 3 grams of meth. Morgavan, still a weird name, especially since he was in a car, was charged with 2 counts of possession of a controlled substance, public sexual indecency, possession of drug paraphernalia, and apparently whatever else they could come up with. Now, he went to court and he entered a plea of not guilty.
Oh, gosh.
And he's due back soon. He was supposed to be before Christmas, but they're holding it over to January.
Wow.
Now, it's not known what became of the stuffed animal or if they've since had it cleaned, but let's hope so. And then let's hope it's properly disposed of.
Please.
And not just given to someone
Hopefully that does not end up at Goodwill in the hands of a child.
Right. Or anyone else.
Yeah.
That's just not something that anyone needs.
That's gross.
Yeah. And so for getting busy with a stuffed animal in a car, in the park, you are definitely the boob of the day.
Wow. Boob of the day being brought to you by Desert Functional Medicine and Aesthetics. Check them out today. So this is probably not a good idea.
No, that wasn't either.
Target practice
Right.
at your home in your backyard. So tragedy happened. This is a holiday story. In Oklahoma, a man arrested and charged after he allegedly accidentally shot and killed a woman blocks away from his home. Target shooting went down on Thursday in Comanche, Oklahoma, about 90 miles from Oklahoma City. Elderly victim was sitting on the porch, struck in her left arm while holding a baby, sitting on a love seat in the front porch. I'm not going to pass judgment on a sofa out on the porch. The poor woman died.
That's pretty common south of the Mason-Dixon line.
So the bullet hit her in the upper arm, entered her chest cavity, and she ended up dying. The woman, who CNN reported identified as Sandra Phelps, said ouch and then collapsed. Thank God family members were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was pronounced dead at the scene. Family members told sheriff's deputies they heard multiple gunshots over several minutes from a home north of their location. Somebody got a brand new gun for Christmas. Law enforcement then began canvassing the area north of where the woman was found. That's when they found Cody Wayne Adams, 33 years old. He got a brand new Glock 45 for Christmas. Shot off about 20 rounds.
Idiot.
What was he using as a target? A Red Bull can. Red Bull can. Was there a backdrop? No, just a wooden fence.
Wow.
By the way, he's been charged first-degree manslaughter. And I would think has to go down as one of the dumbest human beings ever, that you believe that a wooden fence and a can of Red Bull is going to stop a .45 caliber.
Yeah.
You know, everybody should listen. I had a great man once tell me that you own every bullet. Every bullet has your name on it. That's why when somebody told me, hey, I can make your gun a automatic, I said, oh, hell no.
Right.
Oh, hell no. I know my luck, and it's not good. By the way, just plain stupid. And you give gun owners, responsible gun owners, a bad name. Cody James. You're not the boob of the day, but you could be the idiot of the day. God bless. All right, Nicki Minaj. Her Instagram account is down.
Why?
They took it down. I'll tell you why. Coming up next. 856 KWNW. Maljamar, 105.1 FM. Also, find us at KWES 93.5 in Ruidoso and KDAZ AM 700, FM 96.9 in Albuquerque. If you are in the marketing department wherever you work and you're trying to plan maybe budgets for 2026, wherever you're listening right now, it could be a great opportunity to advertise. Albuquerque, Lincoln County, Otero County, and across southeast New Mexico.
And West Texas.
So it's your chance to advertise on Being the Breakfast Club. If you want to, just hit us up today on a text. Yeah, just that number, 877-396-W105, or send me a message at Kevin at mtdradio.com. I'd love to chat with you. All right, 8:56. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. News this morning being brought to you by Rig Outfitters and the home store. Find everything that you might need. If your team is playing in the NCAA College Football Championship, or maybe your pro team continues to play. I don't know how that TV got broke. I have no idea. Hey, they offer zero-down financing, furniture, appliances, and electronics. Go to the website, check them out, rigoutfitters.com. And don't forget, they also have FR everything. Coveralls, gloves, shirts. It's cold outside this morning, looking for winter apparel. They got FR and non-FR apparel. Go to the website, rigoutfitters.com, or in the Broadmoor Mall in Hobbs. They're right next door to Scrub Outfitters and more, where they have more than just scrubs. They have clothing for newborns all the way to size 7. Scrub Outfitters, Rig Outfitters in the Broadmoor Mall. Check them out today. 8:58. We are B and the Breakfast Club. We're coming right back.
MTD Radio News. I'm Blake Ovard. Just ahead of the January legislative session, the state of New Mexico has released its Climate Action Plan. The plan serves as a roadmap to meet New Mexico's climate pollution reduction targets set by Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham's 2019 executive order directing the state to reduce climate pollution by 45% by 2030 and reach net zero emissions by 2050. According to a release from the New Mexico Environment Department, the plan proposes 45 action items to address greenhouse gas emissions, including addressing oil and gas industry emissions with new rules to mitigate methane leaks and exploring the potential of carbon capture technology, decarbonizing the grid with state spending in energy storage, and promoting geothermal and other emerging technologies to transition to a 100% clean energy grid, promoting a, quote, modern energy efficient building codes, and expanding incentive programs to reduce energy consumption by homeowners, renters, and businesses, implementing, quote, voluntary and incentive-based agricultural programs and practices to lower agricultural emissions, propose strategies that include active forest management to reduce wildfire risk, enhancing forest health, and expanding post-fire recovery programs, targeting methane emissions from landfills by establishing a statewide organic and food waste diversion program, and expanding local recycling and composting infrastructure, and improving charging infrastructure for the use of, quote, zero-emission vehicles, and introducing lower carbon fuels in the New Mexico market. The full plan is available at climateaction.nm.gov/CAP. Southern New Mexico residents may have felt a little rumbling under their feet for Christmas. The U.S. Geological Survey reported 5 earthquakes shook around White City near Carlsbad on Thursday. The first quake started around 11:30 a.m., while the last one was reported at around 1 p.m. The largest quake measured in at about 3.5 on the Richter scale, and residents living within around 100 miles may have felt tremors. And that's the way it is. I'm Blake Ovard. This is MTD Radio News.
Knowledge, integrity, and trustworthiness are just part of what makes Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating the choice for your next HVAC job. With 15 plus years in business, Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating trains its techs with the requirements and standards of all the major ductless companies, servicing residential and commercial as well as industrial units for the patch. Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating is fully licensed, bonded, and insured in the state of New Mexico. They can even offer new technology like inverter-driven heat pump systems to upgrade old systems, and financing is available. Call 575-631-1999 to schedule your appointment today. That's 631-1999 for Roach's Air Conditioning and Heating.
SDR Enterprises of Hobbs is your complete dirt work, hydrovac, hot oiler, and trucking service. If your needs are environmental, hauling materials, or right-of-way seating, SDR has you covered. Call 575-393-8420 to schedule service today. That's 575 855-393-8420. SDR Enterprises, proudly serving homes, ranches, and businesses across Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. SDR is currently looking to hire an experienced tire technician. Please visit SDREnterprisesLLC.com and contact us today for more information. SDR Enterprises is an equal opportunity employer with strong family values.
Hey folks, Brian Bruce here at Mustang Country Chevrolet in Denver City. We want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And if you're shopping for a car, there's never been a better time to buy at Mustang Country. We have over 200 new and used cars to choose from, great financing options, and excellent service long after the sale. Call, click MustangCountryChevy.com, or together let's drive to 604 West Broadway in Denver City, where you'll find savings as big as Texas.
Good times and bad come and go. The dust settles and you take a look around. That's when you see who your real friends are. We've seen our members through the toughest of times. We're conservative and we're consistent. We don't always tell you what you want to hear. Sometimes we say no, but we're always looking out for your best interest. That's what friends are for. Estacado Federal Credit Union, where you are more than a number. You're a member. Federally insured by NCUA.
Hi, this is Danny Kirkendall with Guy Chevrolet Company in Artesia. We're celebrating 100 years in business here on the corner of 1st and Main in Artesia, and we invite you to come see us for your new Chevy, GMC, or a just perfect pre-owned vehicle. Our GM certified team is ready to assist you, so give us a call at 575-746-3551 or visit us online at guychevy.com.
Guy Chevrolet celebrating 100 years at the corner of 1st and Main in downtown Artesia.
Touch that button!
Be in the Breakfast Club being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com. Monica once said, "My life feels like the test I didn't study for."
It's fucking funny.
Be in the Breakfast Club. Call or text now.
Another day. It's already 9:03. Good news of the day coming up in a second. Nicki Minaj has her Instagram account deactivated. Yeah, as the leftists start melting down over her comments about President Trump and J.D. Vance and Charlie Kirk, and now she's the, what's that called? The BFF? What? The best friends with Erica Kirk.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So rapper Nicki Minaj apparently deactivated her Instagram account because it was just too much to deal with the meltdown of the libs. She just
You mean
decided,
the really tolerant folks?
Yeah. She just decided to be done with it.
The people who preach tolerance are so intolerant that they
So,
can't stand it?
Nicki Minaj, she's from Trinidad, isn't she?
I do not
I think
know the
so.
answer.
Yeah, I
Yes.
think she's from Trinidad. Her real name is Oinky Tanya Majiki Petty. That's her real name. Nicki Minaj just sounds so much cooler.
Then Oinky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah, she deactivated her social media account because she just couldn't keep up. The liberals she had 10 million Instagram followers.
What does that translate to for dollars?
I don't know. But she, like, before she went deactivated the account, she called Rihanna a clown for her. I mean, she's going off.
I mean, truth is the truth, even if, somebody you
And
don't
it
like
all,
says
it all began when Nigeria started assassinating the conservative Christians. And
well, they didn't even have to be conservative. They
no,
just had to be Christian.
Well, Christians. Yeah.
Mostly Catholics, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, they were going after him.
Yeah. And that look, this is like reverse crusades.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Mandani giving up the whole idea about affordability.
Huh.
Yeah, saying my apartment, they're going to pay, whoever takes over my apartment is going to be paying 35% more due to rent control. So rent control is actually, you're having the adverse effect. It's supposed to control the price of rent. It's not doing so. So he's kind of given up the whole idea about affordability.
As far as he wants himself to make the money, he doesn't want anybody else to make money.
Well, of course. Of course. But the good news is more and more people will move out of New York, and there'll be more opportunity for other people to grab.
Well, and you say that for just a second, but here's how cheap his Queens apartment was. It's now being marketed at only $800 a month, which is 35% more than he was paying.
Wow. Man.
In New York, in Queens.
What was it? Is it like a closet?
Well, I don't know. Oh, no. Sorry. It $800 more than he was paying.
Right.
Down there. So he was paying $3,100 a month is what it's going to go for now.
Wow.
He was paying $2,300.
Still. So, by the way, that starts just in a couple days where Mamdani, everything, all his plans, it's going to be like a science project that you know is going to blow up.
Right. Yeah, you're just waiting for the
It's
explosion.
like, it's like the kid in chemistry that took the two hoses and connected them to like the water. Remember those hoses that you could connect to the chemist and so you connect them together and you turn on the water at both ends. You know sooner or later it's going to be a mishap.
Yeah.
That's how we're expecting this to be.
Yeah, the photographer's just waiting to take that photo.
Or it could be like the Bunsen burner that, you fiddle around with it and you know it's going to blow up. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it is just a one-bedroom apartment.
Wow. That's a lot of money for a one-bedroom.
In Astoria.
Yeah, that's a lot. IRS revealing updates on retirement contributions limits for 2026. Charles Payne was on Fox Business talking about 401k savings and as we approach the new year. And so Americans who contribute to their 401k or 403 plans, as well as government 457 plans, can see their contribution limits rise from $24,500 in 2026. That's an increase of more than $1,000 for the year. Mm-hmm. So tax time is coming up soon. I'm not looking forward to that.
No.
Ian Omar, look at here, just coming across Fox. Ian Omar's
holy cow
net worth has increased 3,500%. 3,500% since she's gone to Congress. Net 3,500% increase.
Multi-millionaire.
So how many of you have seen 35% increase?
Yeah, not to mention 3,500%.
Yeah. 35% would be enough.
Huge.
3,500% is unheard of. Her net worth is going up 3,500%.
Politics pays.
This is the problem in Washington, D.C.
That's right.
And I'm sad to say that this is not a Democrat problem.
No.
This goes across both parties.
Well, and it's funny to hear people like Bernie Sanders trying to condemn others for it when he's doing it too.
Sure.
So what has Bernie Sanders done for a living before he went to Congress? What did he do?
I have no clue.
He was an activist.
Hey Siri.
An activist.
What did Bernie Sanders do
he's
before he went into politics?
Been a political activist his whole life, I think.
He's got three houses.
What did Siri
now.
say?
Let's see. Siri is giving me her full report.
But he's got 3 homes now. And he wants to talk about everybody being rich. He's rich. Anybody that has 3 homes is rich.
3 homes that he can track. And they're all in his wife's name.
Now, she's a professor.
Born in Brooklyn, Sanders attended James Madison High. After graduating, he moved to Vermont. He was elected to the first 4 terms of mayor of Burlington.
Yeah.
He lectured at John F. Kennedy School of Government at Harvard and at Hamilton College in upstate New York.
Because he was a politician.
Before his 1990 election as Vermont's at-large member in Congress. So he's a practical and successful legislator.
He's a professional politician.
Yeah.
That's what the Almanac of
And
American
he's not even a
Politics calls him.
Democrat. He's independent.
Oh, he always sides with the Democrats.
Pero, ¿sabes lo que yo sé? Que está feo, güey.
So how much, wait, we know this recently. How much do congressional people make? And senators, how much do they make?
Oh,
$178,000 a year.
And he's a multimillionaire off of that with 3 houses. And I understand having to have a house in D.C.
Sure,
if
yes,
you're that. I mean,
yes.
that's a given, right?
Yes.
So you can't, I think that would actually be house number 4 for him. I don't even
Wow.
think that counts as one of the 3. But on that kind of salary.
Oh, so Bernie Sanders' net worth, while modest for a senator, his
$12 million?
net worth is $500,000 in 2018, but he's a multimillionaire. Yeah.
Yeah, that's back in 2018. He's a multimillionaire now, right?
Yeah.
All of his houses are worth at least that.
Oh, at least. Yeah, they don't give.
Well, they don't like
But
to give you that information.
2023, he was worth about $3 million. But I mean, look at Ian Omar.
I think it's like 10 or 12. What was hers? Like 45 or something? I missed that part. What was it?
I don't know. It just said 3,500% increase. 3,500% increase. That's crazy. Chinese warships surround a Taiwanese boat in response to America's arms packages being sent to Taiwan. Man, we got powder kegs all over the place. Iran, Taiwan, all over the place. We have powder kegs. Unbelievable. ICE delivers the greatest gift to all of us prior to Christmas. Christmas arrest. And convicted criminals across the United States have been arrested, and they're on their way to being deported out of this country. Homeland Security on Saturday said that ICE arrested the worst of the worst criminals, and they are from Mexico, Cuba, Somalia, El Salvador, Guatemala, Sudan, Dominican Republic, and Venezuela. So as I'm looking at this guy, wanted for murder. This guy, wanted for child sex trafficking. So as I look at all of these individuals, and you know what this tells me? They are equal opportunity offenders. They don't care where you came from, but if you are a criminal, they're going after you. Doesn't matter if you're MS-13 or just a guy that came to the country with good intentions that turned bad intentions. They're going after you. You got a warrant, we're going after you. By the way, this is why it's so important that if you're in the country illegally, don't associate with people that are wanted in the country.
Right.
Because if you associate with them, you're going to be picked up. Things happen.
Rightfully so.
Yep. 19 human trafficking victims rescued in San Diego. So the multi-agency task force conducted a rescue operation, 19 victims in just 3 days across San Diego County. Motels, clubs, bars, massage parlors, some of those including kids that were rescued. Sad, but true. All right, 9:15. We're taking a break. We're coming right back. Monica in the text first.
Tom V. in Carlsbad sent in the snow in Carlsbad. Good morning, guys and gals. Happy Monday. Thank you for the laughs and giggles this morning. God bless. Patrick's cousin Daniel says, good morning, family. I hope you all had a great Christmas. I hope y'all have a happy and safe New Year. You as well, Patrick's cousin Daniel. John Joseph, with regards to Nicki Minaj, according to the extreme left, it is perfectly fine for Muslims to kill Christians, but evil for Jews to kill Muslims. And Dale sent in a video of the snow south of Carlsbad. Reba Hader says, in reference to your boob of the day, that's a new meaning to a party animal. And hey, Kevin, I've got a question for you. Since you've been through and endured all kinds of physical pain, have you ever had problems with sciatica pain? And if so, how did you manage it?
Stretching helps, but long trips are not good for sciatica. Sitting a whole bunch is not good. I go to Desert Functional and they shoot me up.
Yeah.
And the sciatica nerve, they locate the nerve and they shoot you right in the nerve. And I'm not saying it's a pleasant feeling, but it works for a long, long time. You know, for me, 3 to 6 months. And go check it out. And it's fairly inexpensive.
Better than you. Oh, well, let me get to Big Trucker C's. He says, what the heck? What's this show called? From the guy in Carlsbad. Bosque County says, Mary's Cafe in Strawn, Texas was on land ban. I saw that. TJ bragged on the chicken fried steak. And Better Than You says, Ohio beats Miami. Tech beats Oregon. Indiana beats Alabama. Ole Miss beats Georgia. Nick from the Patch says, don't sleep on Oregon. They lost to Indiana, but they didn't lose by much and beat some pretty good teams this year. Did you see the 104-year-old World War II veteran play the national anthem on his saxophone at a hockey game? I did.
Wow,
Look it up and watch it. It
crazy.
gave me goosebumps. Patrick showed that to me, and it was incredible. Monica, guess what? It's not snowing here in Arizona. Just keep that crap over there. Listen, I'll take all the snow, Smokey. All of it. All of it. And that's it.
All right, we're going to take a break. Come right back. Good news of the day on the way. It's already 9:18. 9:18. Be on the Breakfast Club. News this morning being brought to you by home of the taco bar, La Tienda Thriftway in Carlsbad. They've got lots of savings to bring in the new year. Don't forget, start when you're there shopping. Yeah, you don't have to go eat and then go shop. Go to La Tienda, get the taco, take advantage of the taco bar. Once you've tried their tacos, you're going to go, oh, I need the shells, I need the tortillas. And you know what? For the celebration for New Year's, they're made from scratch chips. They make them multiple times a day. So check them out today at La Tienda. Some of the specials going on for the new year: split fryer breast and wings, just $1.49 a pound. Get bacon. It's a 12-ounce pack. Get 2 for $5 right now at La Tienda. Get beef chuck roast for $5.99 a pound, and get the whole pork loin for $1.99 a pound. Red seedless grapes in the produce department, $1.99 a pound. Also, jumbo avocados, 99 cents each. Get the russet potatoes, 5-pound bag for $1.99, and get the green cabbage, 3 pounds for just $1. Making sandwiches, start off with the wheat bread, just $1.68 a loaf. Also, you can find big savings on the hickory smoked turkey breast, $7.99 a pound. Pepperoni and salami, just $6.49 a pound. And mild cheddar cheese, just $6.99 a pound. Looking for refreshments? They always have the coldest beer in Carlsbad at La Tienda. Right now, get Pepsi, Mountain Dew, and Big Red. 30-pack, make that a 20-pack, just $10.99. 24-pack, $10.99. Get it all today at La Tienda and Carlsbad. We're coming right back. We're on the Breakfast Club. It's 9:20. Good news of the day up next.
News, I'm Gianna Pelosi. President Trump hosts world leaders and pushes for peace. Today, Trump is going to meet with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on his Gaza peace plan. Yesterday, he held a big meeting with Ukrainian President Zelensky on talks aimed at ending the war with Russia.
Both he and Zelensky say that their meeting was excellent, but there are still some concerns. Some of those issues are territorial concessions, which is very sensitive for Ukrainians. And Zelensky says there would need to be a referendum to give up any territory.
Fox's Madison Scarpino in West Palm Beach. A winter storm is slamming the Midwest, creating some travel headaches for those heading home from the holidays. Fox Weather's Adam Klotz.
At times, this has been up to a blizzard. That's beginning to scale back a little bit, but there's still some blizzard warnings out there. Winds have been 50, 60 miles an hour, so any snow that's already on the ground still blowing around, making visibility very low for folks.
America's listening to Fox News.
Michael's Prescription Corner is your one-stop shop for all of your medication needs. Whether you're under the weather or just need your med refills while you're on the road, Oilfield, we're talking to you. The team at Michael's can get you filled and on your way. With 4 locations serving Lee County, it's guaranteed hometown service with a smile you can count on. Michael's Prescription Corner is located in Lovington, Hobbs, Eunice, and now open in Chow. Visit michaelsrxcorner.com for all location information or simply download their app to submit your refills today. Michael's Prescription Corner, proudly serving all of Lee County.
Ladies, is your eyesight causing frustration every morning while applying makeup? Are you holding a cheap, distorted mirror up to the window trying your best to see? At Last, there's a better way. At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. Men, this is for you too. Sharpen up your mustache, goatee, or beard because ladies love a well-groomed man. Local inventor Rebecca Long spent 5 years researching and designing the At Last Lighted Mirror and Grooming Tool. It has rechargeable LED lighting, 1, 5, and 10 times magnification mirrors, all in one for home and travel use. It comes with a USB charging cord, travel case, a 30-day money-back guarantee, and 1-year limited warranty. This is a must-see, so drop by 226 West Vega in Hobbs today for a free demonstration. Order online at atlastmakeupmirror.com or call 575-631-3189 today.
Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon, Toyota-thon is on. Hey, Jan from Toyota here. Toyota-thon is on. Make your holiday wishes come true with a new Camry, RAV4, Tacoma, and more. Let's sing it together this time.
Dealer inventory may vary. Toyota-thon ends January 5th. See your participating dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Visit Permian Toyota in Hobbs today. Toyota, let's go places.
A very Merry Christmas from Dale Perm Oilfield Specialties, supplying the people that supply our energy, equipping individuals and businesses with the products, tools, and services they need, believing that our client always deserves the highest level of service and are committed to providing it with exceptional products, exceptional prices, and truly exceptional service. Dale Perm Oilfield Specialties, 1005 North Grimes in Hobbs, 575-392-4204, 392-4204. Have a very Merry Christmas.
Sutherland's of Carlsbad is here for all your home improvement and DIY projects. Visit Sutherlands.com for how-to tips and guides. Skip the hassle. Buy online and pick up in-store for free at 2101 South Canal in Carlsbad. From hardware, lumber, cabinets, and plywood to fencing, power tools, and furniture, Sutherland's has what you need for the job, plus great financing options. Sutherland's, helping Americans build it better since 1917.
You thought it was loving to do this.
Want to come back to my place?
Which resulted in this. What is loving is paying your child support. To support them. Do the loving thing and pay your child support today.
Payment processed. Payment received.
Contact the Child Support Services Division and meet your monthly obligation for your children. Visit yes.nm.gov or call 1-800-283-4465. Brought to you by the HCA, the NMBA, and this station.
Bob's Frickway brings in the new year with great values, like Sugardale bacon, 12-ounce pack, 2 for $5. 5-pound bag of russet potatoes for just $1.99. Get a box of corn muffin mix and a can of black-eyed peas for just $1. And they've got everything for that New Year's get-together. Pre-seasoned buffalo wings, Hormel party trays, jalapeno peppers, onions, DiGiorno pizzas, glazed potato chips, Craven appetizers, right down to the Simply Done cups and paper plates, all on special to bring in 2026. Bob's Fritway, where your grocery dollar always goes farther. 906 West Avenue D in Lovington.
Be in the Breakfast Club, being powered by Permian Ford and PermianFord.com.
You can tell the master I'm done for the day.
If you're out and about this morning, we encourage you to slow down and be safe. I'm not seeing it in Lee County yet. Talking about that white stuff that that falls from the sky. But I see Carlsbad and Artesia getting hammered this morning with the white stuff all the way to Odessa, but we haven't. I know Jow and Eunice has got their fair share, but we have not gotten.
Are you talking about those drug drones they're shooting down?
Yeah,
with the cocaine?
yeah, or that white stuff,
white Christmas
falling. So I'm not seeing it.
The stuff that Monica likes a lot that Smokey keeps telling her not to say.
No, I don't want it.
Snow.
You guys can keep it. I want no part of it. Did you see Shadur Sanders with a comeback win yesterday? I just saw. I mean, anything that this guy does gets the attention. But I was like, dang, that's.
Has he improved to looking mediocre?
Yeah. Yeah, according to his dad, he dang sure does.
All right, now mediocre, not bad.
I saw the headline that he celebrated Shador's or whatever.
Yeah,
but I didn't go into it.
Shiloh's song. He's got a new song out. Yep. Woman accused of running over her ex multiple times. Yeah, from Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis woman charged with attempted first-degree murder after police say she ran over her ex. Wait, let me back up. Go forward again.
What was that sound? I don't know. Back up.
I didn't hear it. Did I get him the first time?
Did we hear it?
I don't know.
I can just imagine.
I'm damn sure not getting out of the car and checking.
Pull up a little bit.
She almost killed this
back
guy.
up.
She broke both his hips, broke one of his legs. He was in pretty bad shape when she left him to die. By the way, she's been charged, and I'm just going to be honest. You really don't need an ex like that.
Sure.
Thank God she is the ex. You
Correct.
could think she is the ex. All right, let me get to the good news of the day being brought to you by our buddy Herschel Rustin Hayes, Avenue D and Lovington. He can take care of all your insurance, home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance, 575-396-0513. Home, auto, life insurance, commercial insurance. Call him. He can take care of all your insurance. He can bundle it together, save you a lot of money. 575-396-0513. Call him today. Proud sponsor this morning of the good news of the day.
So in the UK, a surprise fisherman hooked an unlikely catch the day after Christmas. He netted a lost seal about 20 miles up the river from the coast. Now, he was in a rowboat, and it was on the River Bury, which is in Norfolk, when the gray seal went after his day's catch of fish in that net. The hungry seal looked up at the fisherman from inside the net and was like, dude, what are you doing? So the fisherman called a rescue charity to come help. Now, arriving on the scene, it is near Horning, if you know anything about the UK, a representative from the wildlife charity said the seal was significantly underweight, and then they took it to the RSPCA shelter, which was close by. And they've now named that seal pup Sunshine.
Aww.
And they said that he came from the Sea Palling near the Hornsea Gap, which is home to one of the largest colonies of gray seal in the UK. And that whole story is not only good, but it's full of fun names to say.
Amen.
And Kevin, that is the good news of the day.
Good news being brought to you by Herschel Rustin Hayes. Check him out today. We're taking a break. Tradio is coming up next. News being brought to you by Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Your choice for your next HVAC job. They've got the experience to take care of you. Doesn't matter if it's a heating issue or air conditioning issue. Their number, 575-631-1999. Roach Air Conditioning and Heating. Just a word of advice. When it comes to Tradio, no phone calls. We're text only for the next couple days. Text only, 877-396-W105. Send your text in now. And if you would, put it all in one text.
Yes.
Don't send multiple texts. Send it all in one text if you would. Let's get updated with news. Tradio up next.
MTD Radio News. I'm Blake.